hello. Welcome to Girls from These Worlds and our final of the Glitter Hearts campaign, Touch the Ocean. I can't believe it is our 6th week and final week already. We're very excited. Um, Right, so things I have to tell you to start with. Glitter Hearts. We're playing Glitter Hearts by Greg Leatherman, who is White Wing on Twitter. And as a reminder, we've been doing a little giveaway facilitated by Greg, where if you put exclamation point Glitter Hearts in the chat, you can enter to win a PDF copy of Glitter Hearts. So get in on that, and then we will tell you the winner at the end. And obviously it's the final chance to do that because it's the final episode, so get in on that if you have not already. I think Caroline is putting in.
I'm already going.
Are you doing it?
Me too.
Get in there. Yeah, we'll do a little recap in a moment, but first, my lovely players, I'd love you to introduce yourselves. So yourself, your character and their everyday persona, and then their magical mermaid one, and the pronouns throughout, as some of them change. I should say I'm Philippa Moore and I use she, her pronouns, and I'll be running the game, which hopefully you know if you've been joining us already. So I'm going to go on my screen around. So I've got Anya first. Tell us about you and your character.
I'm starting. Me and my character. Hi, I'm Anya. I use she, her pronouns. I am Lalion cosplay everywhere. I am playing Maya. I had to look at Zoom. This is gonna be great. I'm playing Maya, who's very much a dreamer, loves all of the fairy tale fantasy things, is coming to learn to accept her terrifying mermaid form a little bit. So that's a good time. Anyway, that's her. And when she is a Maya, they use she, they pronouns.
Next, I have Hector.
Yes, I am Hector Manuel Reyes. I am, my pronouns are he, they, repping for the masked non-binary folks. Happy Pride, everybody. Connor, my character, is a nice South Irish lad living in now South the UK and loves to sing. And then is a different kind of mermaid. I am playing in mermaid form. I'm Prince Lorien of Prince of the Selkies. And I'm really excited about this session.
Next,
as Lorien.
Yes. Next, I have Caroline.
Hello, everybody. I'm Caroline Orejuela, and I am playing Sadie Cabrera, who is our fellow resident logician and mentally, I don't know, just like thinking thoughts one. You can tell I don't usually think thoughts, but Sadie sure does. She's also a ballerina. She is, a little skeptical and a little bit gay. And then we have, in her mermaid form, she uses she, her pronouns, but in her mermaid form, she becomes Caspian, who uses they, them pronouns, who is a beautiful mix of a seahorse and a person. And they have long locks, and they're a little bit of a little vain, a little bit, whimsical, and a little different from their normal personality. But yeah, so it makes it fun. But yes, so excited.
And finally, Casa.
I'm Casa. I'm so excited to be here. And a little bit, frazzled, but aren't I always? I play Maeve, Maeve Collins. She, her pronouns. She's your typical motorcycle loving tomboy, cool girl. I don't know. She thinks she is anyway. And she, tries to not be too open with her emotions. But then when she turns into her mermaid form, Demetra, who is also she, her, she's a little bit more bubbly, a little bit more friendly and helpful, I guess. She likes to aid more. And yeah, I think she's just happy to have some friends that seem to like her as much as she likes them. So.
And I'm everyone else. Okay, so what did happen last time? Gosh,
a lot.
It's very warm in the UK, and I think also in the EU where some of us are. So if you see us all fanning ourselves, I think the Americans are also a bit hot. So if you see us all fanning ourselves, That is
At
why.
least they have access to AC, most of
Yeah,
them.
so if we get a bit hot,
Mhm.
especially this is just a forewarning. If I get very pink, that is why, because I am pink by nature, tomato when
It's okay.
warmed.
I'm just
So
gonna
you're
fan
not
you through the camera.
blushing.
Just gonna fan you through the camera. There you go. Just lean
We
in.
just
Don't
have to
as
do
I was
some.
saying,
We have some very cringy things coming up, so then you
yeah,
can't
so
tell.
it's all part of it. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to get out of the way while I was like, what did we get up to last time? I don't remember. It's too hot for that. So yeah, last time you Connor woke up from his little rest after being kidnapped, and you all went to the castle to check out what was going on over on that side, because you'd seen that there were some connections with all of the strange scientists in the lab. And what you found was very exciting. Timothy, your celestial creature slash permaid, told you there was a way into the castle, and you found this old painting of the Melusine, a French myth of a woman who turns into a snake slash fish like creature when touching water. And you also journeyed down into the base of the castle, and you saw this huge, beautiful orb that when you touched it, it sort of resonated with your powers, and singing to it and sort of connecting with it helped you strengthen your mermaid powers. But you weren't alone. You did encounter the scientist Peter Moyle, who used some of the special mutagenic serum to turn into a sea slug type creature. However, after a swift clash, you did manage to touch his heart and convince him that he could probably earn more money in other ways, and that really, if he stayed out of it, at least he wouldn't go to jail. So he's out of the picture for now. He's gone off on his hollybobs somewhere to get out of the picture and out of the way. And you destroyed some of the equipment that you could see that had been stashed in the caves. So I believe you then went home and had a very well-deserved rest. Particularly because coming up today is a big dress rehearsal for the talent showcase, which is coming up. Which you're all involved in some way. Those of you in choir, you've got a big choir performance and some solos. Sadie is obviously helping with the ballet, and Maya has been roped in with some of the writing and poetry groups to perform some of their work as well. So you're all expected to attend this showcase that's going to be happening in the castle grounds, right on top of that lovely glowing orb. So I think if we do our wave transition as usual, it's the I think you've got like most of the day off of college to go and do this big rehearsal, because like there's so many people involved. So you've all been told by the college to like basically go and meet at the castle. So on your way there, is there anything you want to do? Obviously, Maeve, you'll be on your motorbike, presumably. Is Sadie riding along? Maya on your lovely bike.
Yes.
But yeah, is there anything you want to do before you get to the castle, where you can already see there's lots of teens getting dropped off by their parents and starting to congregate?
I'd say that Maya's probably like frantically muttering to herself as she's biking, like not fully paying attention to the road. Like she's trying to see if she has this poem memorized that she had to write. It's just like, okay.
Yeah. Like
And,
mildly weaving in and out of parked cars, just like, oh, what was it again?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Totally paying attention. Oh, sorry.
I feel like Sadie definitely warmed up at home, but then riding on the motorcycle behind Maeve, it's like, oh, like there's a lot of fear and panic, so her muscles are not warm anymore, but she's hanging on for dear life.
Oh, Sadie, you don't have to hold on that. I mean, you can, but you're fine.
I'm not quite used to the motorcycle yet. I just feel so exposed around all of these cars.
Mm-hmm. And then Maeve revs it up as far as she can. The quicker we're there, the less you have to worry.
Okay. And then Sadie just keeps clinging. Doesn't mind the clinging.
I think Connor's parents squeeze a driving lesson.
Oh, a
'Cause
lovely
maybe
hill start
like
in
maybe
there as
Connor
well.
just got and has his permit and is,
Yeah.
just sort of like nervously driving around, and then it's like, no, don't stop. So like
Yeah.
his parents are like, no, you just pump the brake, and then like the car just sort of jerks in front of
Oh, only
like the
petrol.
aerial. How did I do? Did I do well?
Not bad, darling. Mum's like clutching at her trousers, like, very good. Just remember we can go above second gear when we're on the main part of the road.
Okay, all right, okay. I'll remember that next time. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
okay.
And I like kiss them both on the cheek, and I grab I get
Bye.
my gym bag out of the trunk, and I
Yeah.
wave, and it's like, I love you. And then just turn around and head back in to get with my friends.
Dad's looking a little queasy, like, oh, good job. Well, have fun. Okay, so yeah, lots and lots of people from the college are taking part in this, and those that aren't taking part, many are part of like the tech people and things. So for this big dress rehearsal, I think the showcase is maybe like tomorrow. So it's a full run through. Your like the teachers running it are like the drama teacher and the music teacher are kind of like the ones running it, and there's also a lady from the castle who's like facilitating with a big name badge she's called Tamia, and she's like moving clumps of teens around being like, don't sit on that bit of the ruin, that bit's preserved, but this bit's fine. And you do see Timothy also lounging on some of the ruins, like having his belly rubbed by a group of girls. In fact, I think you see Bianca, Kira's friend from the party, rubbing Timothy's tummy and looking a bit less distressed than last time. No, you don't see Kira. She's not really been in since last night, I suppose. It wasn't actually that long ago. But yeah, no, you don't see Kira. Or Will.
I'm gonna approach Bianca and say, have you seen Kira or Will?
Oh,
by chance? I just wanted to say hi and thank Kira for the party and make sure they're okay. I tried to get her help, but I haven't seen her since the incident.
Bianca's like, no, I think she's still not feeling very well.
Okay. Well, that's not good. You haven't seen Will either?
He was at the party cleaning up and things, but I haven't seen him around today.
Okay. Then I'm like,
to be honest, I just kind of want to yeah, she's like, to be honest, I just kind of want to forget the whole thing, and she's just rubbing Timothy's tummy, and Timothy's like, oh,
I understand.
Yeah.
It can be difficult sometimes, but I'm sure everything will turn out all right. What part of the show are you doing, Bianca?
Oh, I'm in the hip hop group.
Wow.
That's like the hip hop dance group, do a lot of like the street dance style stuff. But yeah, I've been learning how to do a backflip. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
That sounds incredible. Oh, I love this old cat. And then I'm just gonna make my way over to the group while furiously texting. Oh my God, Will.
Well, you don't have your phone.
You don't have your phone.
Oh, I don't. I like reach for my phone and then I'm like, oh. And then I'm just gonna keep walking. Finally get used to having a phone and then just sort of just start silently swearing in like ancient Gaelic.
You can also your swears are drowned out by the sound of a trumpet warming up because the orchestra is rehearsing first, and the music teacher is frantically attempting to organize them all as all of the flautists are complaining it's far too cold on top of this hill to possibly be in tune. I speak from experience anyway. And so everyone else is able to just basically watch at the moment as us, like, keep it down, but just let everyone have their rehearsal time. There's been also, I should say, so you've got like the remains of the castle and then like the area where it's kind of fallen down and like a courtyard area, and they've put a stage up in the courtyard area that's kind of open, like on all four sides, and then there's seats around three so that everyone gets really good view, sort of like theatre in the round style. So yeah, everyone's kind of up there getting.
There are like lights and stuff with a tech area, that kind of thing.
But there's been some like little floodlights and things set up as well.
Okay. So I'd assume that the controls for these would be out of public view, right? Like or is it like still in the courtyard area that you can see like the tables?
I think they're like to the side. So like do you remember we were saying like some of it's got still like there's bits of the ruin that still have bits of like roof and things, or like half rooms and stuff. So they've been kind of tucked away behind the main stage, sort of like near where the tea rooms are, but still outside so that they can run the cables easily and then attach them indoors. Yeah.
I think because we know kind of that we're on a little sleuthing mission before, when I would kind of just integrate ourselves in that kind of AV thing and say, oh, we're fixing these things, and I'll have my little screwdriver out, because I can fix something.
Yeah.
And then
those of you who have like shop/design class may well have been helping a little bit. So yeah, you're given little cases to cart about and things to plug in as you're chatting. But yeah, you all kind of end up next to each other as you hear everyone warming up and various people practicing little dances and things around you.
Should I do a glimpse of the truth? Just to use my brain power.
Sure, go for
What's going on?
Not just your brain power, but also use like your eyes.
My
use
eye
your
power.
hands as well.
Smell. Yeah.
So true. There is more than one sense.
I believe in you. You can do that. I'm going to use. I'm going to make what Connor does. What they always do. I've got your back. Excuse me. You can do this. I know you can do this. We're gonna work it out. Okay. Let me make my roll. And then I'm going to spend a PowerPoint so that I have advantage from the pool.
Remember, it's two.
Two PowerPoints from the pool.
Ourselves,
that puts us at 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I wrote 12 down last week.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay.
And 9 on the die. Plus my emotional is 2. That's 10, 11. And then an additional plus 1 because I have plus 1 because I know just what to say. So for a total of 12.
Nice.
And then
that's cooperative.
Yes. And then we get a regenerate another PowerPoint for myself.
Yeah, so automatically get 1. Your target gains +1 to the next roll, and you and your target add 1 to your PowerPoint, so you get 3 total added. So we're up to 13.
Jeez.
So you earn those 2 back end and
nice. So I rolled a 7 and I have +2 for mental, and I also have it's all connected, which means I can hold 3 on any glimpse of the truth. 7 or higher.
Dang.
And you got another +1 from the thing as well. So yeah, it's a 10 or 10 plus anyway.
10 plus.
Brilliant. So yeah, 3 questions from Glimpse of Truth.
All right.
Which can be about, I'm assuming this is sort of the general setup of this and peeking over the cliff edge and, generally looking around for this situation.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go with what's the most dangerous thing here?
Okay. Being part of the tech, looking at what the tech crew are up to, obviously they've had to, send out some of the people in tech crew are maybe less experienced than others. And this is not their normal thing they get up to. And, everything probably will be checked, but you do notice that some of the lights affixed to things hanging over the stage are quite heavy. And you're on your phone. I imagine you probably all have weather alert apps for when it rains, seeing as when you get wet, you turn into mermaids. And you actually saw on your weather app this morning that this afternoon and evening it is due to start storming, it being the middle of the British summertime by the sea. So there's due to be some quite high winds and some rain coming later, which, yeah, if those lights were already nudged by something or, got the wind on them too much, they might get a bit loose and fall on people. So that's probably the most dangerous thing that you can see around.
Okay. This is just a question for what I can just see. Philippa, is
Yeah.
the stage covered?
No.
No, it's open. Okay.
No. The seating areas are covered, but the stage is not.
Got it. Okay.
But there's like a little dressing room behind it for people to go into. But yeah, the stage
is covered. Okay. Any input, team? I don't want to totally go.
Let me look.
I mean,
yeah. Let me look at the
them.
questions.
I was thinking like what's about to happen. Maybe.
Yeah,
Or new and useful.
New and useful. Let's do new and useful.
New and useful. Okay.
Yeah, what's new and useful?
Okay. So you're maybe all going around a little as a group, like just seeing what's going on, and you see, you see the choir getting ready. You can see that there's some of the drama group are planning to perform a scene. And a bit of new and useful information you can gather is you see that they have a very full costume box. And you can see they and a few of the choir friends, including like the barbecue boys, Evan and Ali and that lot, are like trying on various weird costumes that they're going to be wearing later. So they've got like some little top hats they're trying on. Someone's got like a cool scarf. And then as you're walking, you see a beautiful fur coat that one of them is trying on. Which, yeah, Sadie, is you're kind of walking past and you're like, oh, that's interesting. You're like, that patterning of that coat looks awfully similar to Lorian's tail.
I share this, Connor.
What?
Connor,
nah,
look at that coat over there.
That coat is...
That...
It's a little frightening.
A little bit too
close.
I start marching myself over there.
Yeah, Connor, you head over, and yeah, even from a distance, you can tell this is your coat that has been missing for some time. Stuffed into this box of musty costumes that's obviously been worn several times by all of the drama students, and now you can see Evan, one of the barbecue boys, trying it on. Oh, look at me, I look so smart. Oh, Ali, try the top hat on. Oh, hello. And then
there's a moment where Connor actually, like, it looks like Connor's gonna walk over there, but when he sees Evan in particular put the coat on, he just stops. And then goes from marching to just slowly walking over and starts to very sweetly walk up and say, may I adjust it a bit for you?
Oh, Connor, yeah, go for it.
And you see Connor just
cool
very
in the
carefully,
box as well.
affectionately, like, helping him put it on, like, and it's very, like, sweet, and there's this overwhelming sense in his heart that this is the only other person he wants wearing this.
Evan's like,
my eyes just immediately started tearing up.
Evan, I really like you, how you look in this coat. I like it too.
Connor.
I'd like to wear it too, but I think it looks really nice on you. Would you
I mean, you try it on. There's loads of other things in the box as well. I saw an interesting tunic. And he's kind of like bending down quite close to your face to like allow you to like have like adjusted it and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I think you could look really nice in some of the other stuff in here. It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is really cool. It's just, I love this coat. It's very special. It reminds me of
and he's kind of like staring at you, and like you notice he's like actually staring at your face, not just like back at the box or anything. He's like giving you his full attention.
This is a really special coat. I've seen it before. They're very common in South Island. in the coastal regions where I'm from.
Wow.
They make them because I mean it's not the old Selkie stories, right? These are like they're like this is a recreation
Oh,
of the
like
old
the
seal
seals, the
coats.
seals.
The
Yeah,
seal
yeah. I
coats,
was
yes,
reading
this
that on
is
Wikipedia the other day. It was really
yeah, no,
interesting.
this is a beautiful replica. It's probably from one of the old like plays that they used to put on about the Selkie
Huh.
stories. I grew up
I wonder how it got here
around
then.
these. I'm not sure
Miss
how it
Miss
got all
Jules
this
said that
way.
she just got everything from like the secondhand shop, so I don't know.
Oh, the one in
Weird, isn't
town.
it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
that so weird? Anyway,
yeah.
well,
Let's get
if
this
it's special to
tunic.
you, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
okay, okay. And he like starts like bringing out things that I think this would look really good on you, Connor, and he's like holding it up and things.
yeah, and I
And yeah,
just
we have
sort
a
of
cute
like,
little like
yeah, we
dressing
just
up
have a cute little
montage.
montage, but like at this point, like Connor is just long story short, for full transparency, Connor, it's always about it always feels like you're trapped, but like Connor is sees this as an opportunity because Connor didn't have anyone to love when he lost the seal coat. There was no one to focus on. There was no one to either get the coat back from or no one to share a life with that they have the coat with. Because I feel like it's and so just the idea of this person that Connor has a crush on that really likes, like someone he likes has the coat
Yeah.
is just like keeping him from just grabbing it and putting it on. So that's the moment. But what is everybody else doing?
Watching this,
Besides just being
just
like
watching
literally
that whole.
Yeah, it's just like
there's like a column and you're like
imaginary
hello.
popcorn. Like Maya
Yeah.
doesn't care about relationships for herself, but she thinks that this is super cute.
Yeah. Maeve is trying not to look like she cares, but she's like kind of happy about it.
Sadie-
We get like
Connor is cute.
the Heartstopper like style drawings, but it's all like little like seashells.
Yeah.
Seashells
Mhm.
and maybe bubbles.
Yeah. Oh no,
Mhm.
bubbles.
Maybe
Oh my gosh, that's so
Bubbles.
cute.
Like we're underwater.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh.
Sadie definitely saw the moment where like there was close eye contact and faces and was like, Connor, why didn't you just kiss him already? But it is in front of everybody.
Does Sadie say that out loud?
Yes.
Maeve's
Just
looking at
really
Sadie
like under her breath. Just kiss him already. Nice.
I could
I
be
have
real
one-
mean as a GM. Keep your wits about you to stay.
Yes,
Not
I will.
speak too loudly. Or
Absolutely.
Connor to focus.
Oh yes,
I don't know
do
who will
this.
want to do something.
Okay, I guess I'm
Stay
doing
calm. Not just blurt it out.
it. Okay, I got a 9.
Okay. A worse outcome, a hard choice, or an extra price to pay.
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
I'm not helping
throwing
you
it
with
to
this
you.
one.
Yeah. What would you like?
I get to
Um,
pick.
Well, okay. I was thinking, how about you blurt it out, which I don't think Evan would be too embarrassed by, but it will interrupt the orchestra.
And then like a tuba just goes.
Yeah. So it comes out a little louder than you meant to. And yeah, I think the tuba's just like which causes the orchestra to stop for a moment, like, sorry, is there an interruption? Tap 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 on the music's done. And Evan's like, oh.
You know what? Smooth as Connor can. Connor turns and looks at him and is like, "May I?"
Okay.
And I put my
And he like leans in.
inside, and then this is a little slick inside the coat, so I can feel the
Oh.
magic of the coat.
Oh,
And then
cool.
I put my arm inside the coat around Evan's waist, pull him close, and just give him the sweetest like kiss, like right on the edge of PG-13, like
Yes.
just
yes.
very like sweet and honest and open in front of everyone, and finishes and reaches back and says, "This was a lot of fun. You want to go on a date after the rehearsal?"
You can see he's like blushing a little bit. He's like, Okay. We've finished
All right,
and he's like,
let's,
we finished the hot dog ranking. But we wanted to rank the ice creams next, so we could go and get an ice cream.
Yeah, let's go get ice creams.
Okay.
Just you and I, and then we can have our friends
Yeah.
come the next time.
Later. Okay, that
Later.
sounds good.
We got it.
he's
And I
like,
just sort
"Ooh,"
of,
little
I
wink.
just very slickly slide my arm out from underneath the coat and put it in my pocket and kind of dance on the ball of my feet and be like, I'll be right back. I've got to go use the loo. And then dip off.
And then the camera
test.
pans over to us girls just standing there like
Applauding.
and then the camera pans and everyone in the thing is just
Oh my
watching.
God, legitimately, my cheeks hurt so
feel like-
much.
Then we pan again at Timothy is there like, yes, yes.
Oh, I love it. Nice. I do have one more question
Yes.
after all of that. Any thoughts, my friend?
Yes, that's right.
Hold on.
Think thoughts. Well, you wanted to do what's about to happen.
I was gonna say what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
What's about to
yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Connor rushes past. And you're like, yay. Timothy's rolling on his little back, like, yes. And he does the thing where the cat's like, when cats suddenly are like, hopper, and comes back over, and he's like, oh, and he jumps and he like looks on the wall over the side, and he's like, oh, and you see his little tail like suddenly go, and then he's like, 2, 3, and as you go over, you can see down the side of the cliff face, which goes out into the bay, and the same direction as where those cave entrances were. You can see a little flotilla of little boats going into, sort of starting to moor up around the caves and go inside, and you can see more of those guards you saw before, with more big black briefcases and boxes and things, looking like they're trying to replace what you got rid of last time. So what's about to happen? They're about to go back in those caves and try and reset up some of that stuff.
Ooh. Y'all, that cannot be good. We have to do something about that.
Oh.
Should we head down? We could head down there and meet them when they get in.
So our game plan is to protect the orb by ways of, if we have to, fighting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
By any means necessary, I suppose.
Yeah.
There are a
You
whole
then
lot
hear
of them, though.
Ding, 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 ding. Choir, we need you now to join in with the orchestra. Time for your rehearsal. Choir, I repeat, choir is needed on stage.
This like kicks open the door to the porta potty, like that was set up. I imagine that there is a porta potty set up for kids. There's a bunch of people at a historical place. So you rented one. You kick the porta potty door open, and he's like, and just runs past the group, like oblivious of the danger, like going straight towards the choir, just like, don't worry, I'll catch up. Just I don't have my phone on me, but it'll be all right. Blah, 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 blah. And then runs towards choir.
And is it Maeve is also in choir?
Yeah, but I'm not the type to really go, so I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
Do we need?
Cool. Okay. Yes. What do you do?
Well, how many people are there exactly?
Boats.
You
a few
see
boats?
About probably 3 or 4 boats with a couple of people in each.
That's a lot of people.
It's not good odds.
Just us.
And you can see as you watch for a moment, one comes out empty and seems to be going back along the coast towards, down towards where the factory is and stuff. So they're kind of coming in and out.
They're putting something down there.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to try to change everyone here? The way they've been doing?
I think that would make a lot of sense. And depending on how much they know about the orb, they would know that the powers are amplified, right?
Exactly.
So things to consider. I'm wondering if maybe we should sneak down there and maybe see what they're up to. We don't have to make ourselves known, because I agree we're only a few. But I think, I don't know. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
so.
think we need a plan.
But Maeve, you need to go up and sing with the choir. They just called your name.
Yeah. Well, they
Maybe
didn't
we
call
should talk to
me.
Timothy.
What'd you say?
Maybe we should talk to Timothy and see
Ooh.
if
If
we
he can help.
if he can help
Mhm.
Finally, please,
while
Timothy.
everyone's distracted.
Is Timothy finally not
Please.
terrified of everything?
We've gotten all the pieces to Timothy. Now just take us home.
Come on,
So-
Timothy.
Yeah, Timothy's like doing the little cat arch back thing, like, having seen all the things.
Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'll go, and then if you guys need me, just, do a sign or something, because I don't really care if
Okay.
they're not gonna, if I'm not there for practice,
Okay. But,
Okay.
you're supposed to be there. You made a commitment.
Yeah, but for the real thing, right? I'm pretty
Okay. That's fine. It's fine. I just don't want you to get in trouble. That's all.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be okay, but thanks.
Sadie's
Okay.
such a goody two shoes, and I love it.
Love it. Every moment of it.
Maeve doesn't like it on the surface, but inside she likes it.
I promise y'all, I'm not running away from the plot. I'm just being Connor.
No,
No.
The
would go
it's
to the
Glitter Hearts.
choir.
The plot comes to you. Don't
Oh,
worry.
right. No, of course.
Things will
Yep.
happen.
Whether we like it or not.
Yep.
I can assure you
Exactly.
of that. Okay, are you consulting Timothy before you go down?
Yes.
Oh. Comes over. Demands treats, obviously, as usual. But
Of course, I have treats in my pockets always. Hand them off to him.
some, and then he's like, you've seen the men down there. They're going. They might see the orb.
I think that they already know where it is. I'm more worried
think so
about
too.
what they're going to do with it.
I think so too. He just it's
Think
like
you
sort of
can
like
help
a
us?
and a purr, like.
Do you think you can help us figure out what's going on?
Let me think. Okay, so as usual, this is pure luck. So just 2d6 and
Well, here,
you wanna have a go?
Sadie, since you're here with me, why don't you roll one and I roll the other one?
That sounds great.
Ooh, fun.
This is fun.
Yeah. I rolled
I
a
think
5.
You rolled a 5.
Okay,
What did you roll?
A 1.
6. Mark some experience.
Oh,
I'll let you both mark it, seeing as you both roll. Just to be
Aw,
nice.
thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks so
You see
much
a-
for those scraps.
You see a familiar look of panic cover Timothy's face.
No,
as
Timothy,
I,
no.
On a 6, I get to hold 4. Hooray!
He is an orange cat, so there is
Yeah,
that
he's not got the
aspect.
That
brain
is a good
cell.
point. Very good point.
Or maybe he only has the brain cell when he's in his permaid form.
Maybe.
So true.
Maybe.
That was actually our
He was
mistake.
Yeah, he was
Yep.
very insightful when he had fallen in the milk.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's like, "Wow!" Goes back into scared cat pose. Whatever they're doing down there, it sounds very dangerous, and I don't think you should go down, girls. I just don't think it's a good idea. I think we should stay far away. In fact, I think we
Okay.
should move.
I pick him up and I put him around my shoulders.
And I
Claws
give
are
him
in.
little chin scritches. It's gonna
I
be
have to
okay,
remember-
Timothy.
Okay, that's very nice, but I'm still not sure about this idea.
Okay,
Tell you
listen.
what, I'll come with you and supervise.
I'm sure
can't
that you
do
will do a
anything.
very good job of that.
And I'll help if anything dangerous, or I'll run away, and then you can see me running away, and that will tell you that something dangerous is happening. And then he like takes 2 steps, and he's like, something dangerous could be happening, and then starts like running towards the stage to hide under it, like.
He hops off my shoulders and I go, okay, bye. Ow.
Maya. Maya,
Oh.
Timothy is so prone to his panics. I have a feeling that means maybe we should go down there.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay. Should we try to flag down the others, or do you want to leave them to it?
Well, sorry, looking at names. Maeve has her phone, So if we text her, then she and Connor can come down.
Can calm down. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Why don't you text them then?
Yeah. And I like wave at Maeve and I do the little texting motion that everyone knows.
Really love that singing, Maeve. That's really good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you're all doing
she's
like
actually
the
just
little,
miming.
yeah, the classic
She's not
like warm
actually.
up. Yeah, Connor's like going for it, and then Maeve's just like, "Eh." I'm definitely singing. No. Yeah, you're doing like the classic like choir warm-ups with all like the weird words that no one can really
Yeah.
remember apart from like the really keen kids. Yeah.
Lips, the tip of the tongue, yeah, ha 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 ha.
Or
The lips, the
one,
tip-
1, 2, 1,
ha,
1,
ha,
2, 3,
ha,
2, 1.
ha.
Just a bunch of numbers.
So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I stumbled into a choir rehearsal by signing up to do some carols, and they were all doing the 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? We did not do this when I was in
And
choir.
there's the reverse 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7,
Oh,
6, 7,
gosh.
8.
Exactly. Stuff
Oh
like
wow, that
there's
really
all,
brought me back.
all of those.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's like all city choir, middle school, like it's all
Choir
coming back
kids.
to me now.
Panic. I couldn't. I
And
always
theater.
struggled with those. But yeah, so you're busy doing your little warm-ups and things. Connor Evan is also what is Connor, a tenor, a bass?
Oh,
Countertenor?
Connor's a tenor.
I think Evan
100%.
is
Totally,
a
yes.
bass. So he's just like
Yeah.
catching your eye, like, oh, doing the little warm-ups with the bass. Okay, so you're all warming up. It's all going well. So let's follow Maya and Sadie. So you know the way down carefully through the tea rooms, through that great hall. You can see occasionally there's some of the like castle staff are kind of going around collecting like snacks and things and like making sure everything's ready, bringing through more cables and stuff. But you're able to kind of get to the little door leading down without too much trouble because you already know the way.
Yeah.
You go down and again go past the little rope saying do not enter. And you see part of the beautiful painting again. But yeah, you can see there are some more there's your own footprints from before, the previous day's footmarks, and another set of like some new footprints again, sort of like guard boot, big work boot size. Actually, no, there's not. Let me take that back. I think there aren't any footprints because there was that sliding door. There was a sliding trap thing, wasn't there?
Yeah.
On the step, which I don't think they had worked out from the new direction. So there are not new footprints. Let me revise that. Yeah, you can hear before you even step on the pressure plate, you can hear noises coming from that chamber beyond the walls.
Okay.
Sounds of people lifting things and talking back and forth.
Do we dare?
Can we just can we try to listen in on it and do like a be vigilant?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be perfect.
Because this is definitely a dangerous situation. Like my heart is beating a little bit.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna 2 heads are better than 1.
Okay.
And,
okay, yep.
Helping also listen to help discern maybe what they're saying.
Yeah. There's a bit of like, did they say this or this? Yeah. Let's do Sadie's first then to see how it goes. And then we'll
Okay, I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Yes.
And are you cooperative with Maya?
We are competitive.
Competitive.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I can't speak today. So on a 10 plus you so we get 1 power point anyway. You and your target gain +1 to your next roll.
Okay.
So you both get a +1.
Okay.
And can I spend 2 points from our power pool to get advantage on this?
Sure. So you got 1. So we're back down to 12.
Okay.
Currently.
I rolled 2 6s.
Oh,
whoa.
And a 2.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. So
I think so.
on a 12. On a
Yes.
12 plus the GM, you can ask the GM any question not on the list.
Okay.
Can be about the game, just about my day, you know.
Has it cooled off yet? No.
No. Okay. Question answered. No.
No. What I think that we want to know is, so first of all, in relation to what we're able to hear, what are they trying to accomplish here?
Sure. Yeah, you can overhear back and forth noises of various guards, sort of, um, and it seems like they've got some sort of two-step plan going on. You can hear them. Some of them are bringing back equipment, and it seems to be like, oh, it was over there previously, put it back over there. So it sounds like first they're replenishing the equipment that you guys got rid of before,
Okay.
which is taking them a little while. But you can also hear a few talking logistics about, it sounds like they're mentioning things like dynamite, uh, proper explosion scatter to make sure that the cave roof can properly be like basically thinned to make it so that it'll be closer, like the orbs like path to the surface, to access people will be much smaller, and there'll be enough room, they say, for whatever might happen during the transformation, is what they say.
The transformation.
And does it sound like they're leaving people behind to guard the stuff now that they've
Yeah, it sounds like since yesterday it's like, oh, I'm off to get the next batch, keep Dave around to keep an eye on things, sort of thing.
But is it just Dave?
Yeah, that's the question. Because if it's just Dave, the two of us could probably handle it.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. It sounds like what is happening is it's no longer just like one boat in, one boat out like it was before. They've thrown a bit of caution to the winds in terms of subtlety, and instead of having like the boats are rotating through, so there's usually like two boats in, two boats out sort of situation. So you'd reckon maybe like the minimum number of people is 3 to 4.
Okay.
I think the other thing that you hear on that 12 of like what's going on, you hear the name Will mentioned. And you hear them saying like, yeah, he's due to come in later. And you remember him saying like, oh, I can't come to the rehearsals and the thing because I've got some stuff on. Yeah, he's due in later for the test run.
You know what we could do is we could intercept Will.
This is true.
I'm just spitballing here.
My worry is that and we're of course talking very quietly, maybe like backing up a little bit.
Yeah, you've gone back up the stairs.
Like my worry, if we intercept Will, are they gonna pick some random person?
Right. They could do it to it could be something they could do to anyone.
Yeah, and if any of the guards are not already like something weird's happened to them, like the shark dudes or whatever, they could just have one of the guards do it too.
That's true. Well, I don't think we'll be able to take on whoever's guarding that. It sounds like there's a few people in there. We could try to get the gang back together and then maybe it would be more of a fair fight.
Yeah, I agree. That's without knowing how many are down there, I don't feel particularly safe.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we head back up and grab our friends?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just pull out my phone and text Maeve like I had motioned her I was going to do. And I'm sure that she's not paying attention at all to choir practice.
Well, I am going to spend one of my holds.
No. Can I first say what I was texting her?
Emojis.
You can say for some dramatic irony, because I'll explain in a moment why.
Okay. I'm just texting Maeve problem, and that is it.
Yeah, it doesn't go through because you're underground.
Dang it. Sneak up above ground.
These stairs are taking a while, but the message will come through at an appropriately late time because I spent my whole
gosh.
So that's attempting to make it through. So you're walking back up the stairs. We'll do our little glitter transition to Connor and Maeve. You're busy practicing some songs. There's a whole range of different ones. There's like they've done like a cute little ABBA a cappella thing going on, and then there's some like classical to go with the orchestra and things. And as you're practicing, I think you both you can see that there's like people walking around. So like Tamia from the castle is like organizing things, and you can see her talking with a lady who's just pulled up in a nice 4x4 in a dark grey suit and a pulled back sharp bun, which Maeve you recognize as Jennifer Hanover. Seems to be talking with Tamia about some plans, and you see her hand over a little dossier of information to Tamia, who's with us, like nodding her head, shakes hands. But yeah, you're busy singing. What do you want to do as you're watching this? I think, Connor, you may not know necessarily exactly what this lady looks like, so you just see a sharply dressed lady on the side. You're
He
like,
was unconscious.
I'm busy, singing away to money, money, money. So I don't have time for this. But maybe
I recognize it. Okay. Yeah. And Tamira, no, that's the lady who's
Tamia
organizing
is the castle organizing
castle
lady.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a text to the group, or
the group minus Connor. We made a new group chat.
Minus Connor.
You made a new group chat.
Yeah, because we didn't want to send information to the people who stole your phone.
Very true. And I just send, if it goes through, Hanover, she's here. And then a bunch of like skull emojis and evil like devil emojis. There's not much though, because everyone's being looked at anyway. So.
As you continue singing, you see she shakes hands with Tamia, and then Tamia sort of saying something, and she starts to turn back towards her car, and you can see in the back seat is Will.
But she doesn't notice me. No,
not yet. Good. No.
Okay.
You're in a sea of faces, to be fair. So
good. And then I also text Will, and then the eyes emoji. It means I see.
Okay. What are you hoping to do with that?
I don't remember if I was there when they were having that conversation about wanting to find Will or Kira.
Last session.
No, I mean when we just gone into the castle.
No, when we just got to the castle.
I think.
Yeah. I asked about them. I asked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I definitely would say when we got together and started doing like the tech stuff before we got called to choir, I definitely would have told them. I would have. We're all in this together. You know, that little bit of information, I would have been like, I don't know where Will and Kira are, and left it at that after talking to Bianca.
Yes.
So.
I see. Sorry. Also, I got confused. So you're texting Will emoji eyes to the group chat, not to Will.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not to Will. Texting Will, like, oh, interesting.
That's a good idea as like a player, but I don't think Maeve would have Will's number.
Yeah. Your music's just like, Maeve, focus, please. Phones away. But you managed to sort of send it through. I think at this point is when we get the text finally connect as Maya and Sadie are kind of far enough up the stairs. So you send through like, never had a skull, and then you receive back, problem.
Ooh, that's not good. Miss, my stomach's really hurting. You know, women problems, right?
Okay. Yes, Maeve. Please, yes, go to the loo. It's fine.
Yes.
You can use the indoor ones. It's all good.
Okay, thank you. Be really quick.
Anyway, where were we? We were still on.
I don't think Maeve knows where they are. I'm gonna walk her.
And you do, Connor?
Huh? No, I was gonna show Maeve where the restroom is because I know she doesn't know. She doesn't come here.
Why do you know?
I haven't been here.
Why do I know where they are? Because I come visit here all the time.
Oh, okay, right, very well. Okay, off you go. Yes, quick.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Everyone. Now we're on angel eyes, everybody. Tap, 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 tap. Everyone start up.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So there's a problem. There's we just got a text. There was no details in the text at all. Just caps problem.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go meet them at that entrance.
Yeah. Let's go.
And then we're just gonna go to the entrance where like the painting and everything is to see if we can meet them.
And we're further up from it so that you could receive the text. And I've received the will text and I went, oh crap. And that's when we see you.
Yeah. You like reunite back in that hall, the main big hall of the castle.
And exchange of information.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
no.
I also wanted to ask Philippa if we already know if the castle is, I feel like we would already know it. The castle is protected, like in terms of heritage site, like is it a UNESCO kind of the government wants to protect
for sure.
it?
It's it's like oh gosh, what's it called? Historic England or whatever it's called. The non-NHS National Trust one. But it's got some grants and things. So it's not like a UNESCO one. It's not like super like well regarded in like those terms. It's just one of many castles in the UK.
But it's
so it just has normal like National Trust levels of like volunteer security.
Okay. So there's no, because like there wouldn't be any graffiti on it kind of thing because they wouldn't.
No,
yeah.
Okay, good.
Or if there was, it would be cleaned off.
Yeah. So if I'm hearing that you guys heard about dynamite and stuff, Maeve thinking, okay, I don't know if we can't beat them, we need backup or whatever. We need to make them seem like the bad guys, which they are. We know they are.
I know this is probably not going to be very I'm sorry, Sadie, but we might have to call the bobbies. I know how you Americans feel about police, but it's just not the same here as it is where you're from.
What is
no,
a bobbies?
You know what? That sounded really ignorant. I'm so sorry.
The blues.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Blues.
Yeah, please. I mean, it's not for us. It's for them because Maeve has a point. If they're actually going to be destroying this castle or potentially doing damage to it,
we can use this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm open to it. Yeah, I'm open to it.
I don't like it any more than you do, but like
honestly, it might be smart, but the only downside of that is that if all of that dynamite is near the pearl, they might find it.
Okay.
Well, the pearl I think is safe enough from the police. You mean?
I just feel like
the
if
idea of them see it,
but if it's found, that might be a problem. It feels like something that should stay hidden.
But it could be also part of the historical thing, right?
Yeah, but then they might want to like do tours and show it off.
Okay, I see what you mean.
No, and then who knows what sort of like, what if someone touches it and they don't know they're a mermaid? Because we all, I mean, I'm a little different. I was born like a seal, but I know that the rest of you changed from human to mermaid.
Yeah.
So if somebody who hasn't changed yet touches the pearl, or even if a Selkie like me, who might not have their coat, touches it, they might just transform. Like, we don't know. The magic is so powerful, and we can't take that risk. We've already seen how strange the scientists are about that we've encountered. Like, we essentially had to tell him, you know, like
what
making
if you can get rich?
What do you got, Maya?
So Maya,
I'm sorry, Maya. What do you got?
What if we tell them that we saw suspicious boats coming in under the castle? It doesn't have to be like this area. And maybe they'll never find their way to it if we say that we saw it from the outside and we heard people talking, because you know how these spaces echo. So it's possible that they were talking on the boats and we overheard them saying something about exploding the castle.
Connor puts his finger to his lips when you say you know how things in this castle echo. Just as I'd like to make a be vigilant roll to see if anyone is eavesdropping on us.
That's a good idea. Yeah, go for it.
I will spend, this is very important. I don't have very high mental. But I'm looking around. You know what? I'm just gonna risk it. I'm not gonna do advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the
I'll-
dice tell a story. Oh,
Okay. I mean, I'd have your back as well.
I will accept help. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I'm definitely
Hector,
I will
but
accept
the
Gonna
rest of
walk.
you, please
Yeah.
help me.
You're doing a little
I'm gonna walk.
patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you roll
Clambering over
first.
things.
Main.
8. I've
Eight.
got an 8.
Mixed success.
Cooperative.
And cooperative. So we add 1 to the power pool. So you're up to 13. Give your target +1 on the next roll, but put yourself in danger. Okay, well, let's see what Connor finds, and we'll see.
Okay, let's
what
see
that
here.
results in.
We all know how Maya loves to try to play the spy and does a terrible job of
Oh,
it. So,
okay. This is gonna be awesome. So I rolled a 6
okay.
+1 to 7, but have hold on. Let me look at my mental. Let me look at my mental. Oh, it's 0. We're good. 7.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay,
Ah,
mixed success. So you can ask 1 question.
okay. One question with V Vigilant. Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
I mean, obviously we need to say yes. It's far more exciting if we say yes. Okay, 2 things that you spot as you and Maeve are looking around doing a little patrol. Firstly, you notice that you were standing in the hall and there's like doors to the rest of like the rooms in the castle and to the tea rooms and things. And as you finish talking and you're like, oh yeah, does that kind of echo? You notice that Tamia, the head of like who's organizing things, has walked past and kind of had stopped in the doorway for a moment and heard you talking and then carried on walking. So she's probably overheard what you said. And seems to be walking back towards like outside to where the teachers are and things. And then I think the other thing that you hadn't noticed, but when you're like, shh, and in that silence, you do hear the of some footprints coming up from that passageway. Yeah, you hear like the of the stone wall being open, but like from the inside all the way down, and you can hear there's some footprints coming up. One set of footprints.
Very, very silently being, we need to get out of here now.
Yep. Which way?
And we follow that teacher.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna follow the history lady back to where the teachers are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see, Tamia still has that little dossier that she took off of Jennifer as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, she seems to be heading towards. So the music teacher. I should probably give them names. Let's call the music teacher Mrs. Jules, and let's call the drama teacher. Let's use my little name table. Mix Ash is the drama teacher. And so yeah, Tamia is heading towards Mix Ash and is like, excuse me, I saw some of your students inside the castle and I did ask that they not to be allowed in there. Could you please make sure that none of the students are going in unless it is to use the facilities, please? So yeah, you overhear Tamia saying that as you're like starting to follow her out.
Make sure that we get out of the way. Are there any windows to like peek in and see who came up?
Are you so Tamia's gone through the tea room back out if you're following her?
Yeah, we're trying to escape notice of the person coming up from the pearl.
Yeah, I don't think there would be, but the door, if you kept the door open, you could kind of like you could try and keep your wits about you, in fact, to kind of carefully look through the door without being seen, staying low, staying calm.
What is that? No, Persona's a -1.
Oh no.
We'll see how this goes.
See how it goes. We got this.
Yeah, no, that's a 4.
Okay, well, marks and experience. You see them coming because you see them in the doorway.
Oh shit.
Staring right in your face.
Oh. Hi there.
It's okay, we can swear on this. Yeah,
Hey.
you see one of the guards, big leather jacket, and you can see this guy's got like a big sort of like fedora style hat covering his face, keeping it in shadow. But you can see like the glint of some of those teeth, shark teeth, kind of standing out even with a shadowed face. And he's just standing in the doorway, looking at you, and it's like, and starts like marching towards you, sort of Terminator style.
Maya's hand immediately goes up to her high necklace and is like, "Oh, hello there."
And he looks around for it to see that there's no one coming, and then he's just going to be like at you and
Oh.
like push you up against the like coffee area and start trying to like drag you back
I'm a
towards the
child.
perm
What are
area.
you doing?
I'm gonna spend 1 point from the power pool and
Yes.
do my new move, which is I'll save you, and I can immediately appear next to someone that I can see
Amazing.
and defend them.
Sweet. Okay.
So I see this from the other side of the room.
So it's you spend the power point to like get right next to them, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. That sounds like a protect someone to kind of
Which is also
slow
nice
down.
because
Yeah.
even if I roll lower than a 6, I still get a hold 1.
Yes.
And I got a 6.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, but then it's
S7,
plus
hooray.
No, there's pluses.
Yeah, plus persona as well.
persona. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you can choose one of the options from that list.
Yeah.
I would like to
Let's
do
resolve this
something
first,
while
and
that's
then-
going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to deal damage back to the attacker equal to my physical rating. So I'm just going to try and shove him out of the way so he tries to
Awesome.
he has to get hurt.
Okay. How much is your physical?
2.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh, dang.
I'm strong.
Yeah, we've
so
been
you don't
boxing
manage
together or something.
Yeah, so you don't manage to redirect his attack. So you feel like a squeeze on like your arm as you're being dragged for 1 harm as he like creates like a sort of like bruising on your wrist. But Maeve, you doing a straight punch? You doing a kick? What are you doing?
I'm gonna kick him in the waist. Just swing my leg super wide and try.
You perfectly managed to hit him in the kidneys, and he just goes down like a sack of flour, like unconscious.
I'm just going to scream for the teachers and say that there was some strange man trying to attack me.
That's good.
Sure.
Man, I want to do something right before that.
For sure, yeah. So let's do Connor first and then Maya, yeah.
So while that's going on, because that's on the other side of the room, I'm walking up behind this history person. And I'm gonna do the thing where like someone's talking about you and you're right behind them, and I walk up and I say, "Excuse me, ma'am. I was escorting my friends because they were having feminine problems. This is sixth form, not what Americans call it, high school. We're adults. We're not children. Please respect the fact that I'm an adult. My friends are adults. I apologize. We got late. And I feel like it's inappropriate for you to talk about us that way to the people that are trying to educate us while we are trying to raise funds for your nonprofit. And I'm going to convince someone to dress this woman down and get her to leave us alone.
Leave you alone. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll some emotional.
I'm going to spend 2 power points from the power pool so I can have advantage on this.
Okay. So
we're
on 10 now.
Okay, here we go. And all right. 3, 5, and 4. So that is a 9 plus 2 emotional. That's 10. That's 11.
Awesome. Okay, so on a 10, they'll do what you ask. If what you ask is too great, they will tell you what it would take for them to do.
Wait, sorry, 12 because I got the boost. Remember, +1 on your next roll, and I don't think I rolled yet from the last thing. Did that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. Oh, in that case, they do it right now and gain a cooperative relationship with you. Okay. So Tamia.
Okay.
Cooperative.
Let's just turn everyone against Jennifer.
I know.
Even the children, everything.
So she sort of she's a very neatly dressed lady, classic like museum style of like a little blazer, but then like a midi length skirt sort of situation. She takes a little step back and she's like, "Oh, I am so sorry. You're quite right. I'm so sorry. I am used to kindergarten groups around here. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, you're quite right. I should have just addressed it with you. Is your friend okay?
There, and I look over, and I imagine that's when the
This
scream
is the point where
happens.
we hear Maya being like,
Absolutely
don't-
screaming and saying, "There's a strange man attacking me."
"Oh." Tamia and Mux Ash are like, "Uh-oh." Come and start running with you to come and see what's happening.
Yeah.
And Maya's just like back against the wall like this. As I assume Maeve is just like standing over this dude.
But then like stepping back and pretending like, oh, I didn't just knock this guy out. So it's like, oh, he just came out of nowhere and then just hit his head and now he's on the floor.
Oh no.
Slipped.
And they're sort of looking at you like, what do we do? This isn't in the...
I'm gonna try and do this like young adult thing, and I'm like, oh, Maeve, don't be ashamed that you defended yourself against this man that attacked you. That's ridiculous. Maeve is amazing. She's like trying to start a self-defense club, and she's just being bashful. Don't worry, you're not going to get in trouble for self-defense.
Well, technically it was defending me, and she like shows her arm that's probably got bruise marks from the guy's
You can kind of see
hand.
like the calculations in Muxash's eyes as they are like, injury, right? Okay, I know the protocol here. First aid box, and like runs like to go and get the first aid box. And to me, it's just like, I suppose the police would probably be the place to start with this. Okay, gets out her mobile and starts dialing 999. It's like, okay, you can all head out. Let's leave them alone.
Is that a good idea?
Like she's sort of panicking as much, like, if not more than all of you. Just like, yeah, let's leave. And we'll lock the door. We'll lock both doors. And she takes out some keys and like locks up.
Okay.
Both sets of doors.
I don't know how effective that is, but okay.
I'm gonna lean to Sadie and be like, I don't know what to do next. You're the smart one. I'm kind of stuck.
Oh no, good luck, Sadie.
And you can hear on the phone, like, no, we need someone right now, please. There's been an incident at the castle. Please hurry up, please. What do you mean you're busy? No, we have other things on. What do you mean there's an incident in the Sea Life Centre? Like, and no, the otters are not more important than a person. Can you get what? Oh, you can't all be booked out on a private event. Don't be silly. Get here now. I'm going to call again. Hangs up. They said that someone's booked them. They're the police. How does that work?
That sounds so strange. Did you know?
And wanders off to like get back on the phone. Oh, sorry.
Good.
No, I was gonna say that's so strange, especially considering that. Look, I thought that they were with the Sea Life Center, and I'm looking at everyone like for a nod. I saw boats that I don't recognize. Don't you think it's a little convenient that strange boats are going into the castle, and then all of a sudden all of the police are booked?
Yeah, but I guess like Tamira is kind of walking off.
Sort of wandered off and is like standing.
Yeah, when she says
looking out
that.
to see, like, okay, you're going to send one person. Great. Well, better than nothing. Okay.
Did she leave her dossier, perhaps?
Ooh. Yeah. Actually, why don't you do either Be Vigilant or Get the Truth, and we'll see how much she left behind.
Ooh, okay. Which one is better?
Maybe Be Vigilant because it's a dangerous situation, but I would be happy with either for you, depending on what questions you're kind of hoping to answer.
Okay. I am going to turn at Maeve, like while I'm trying to echo, and then very quick whisper to Maeve, see if she left anything behind. And you've got this. You've got this.
I know you can find
it.
There's no point. I rolled a 5 on the dice.
There is a point because
it's 0.
Power mine. Remember, power pools stuff, and you're also gonna get XP. So I'm gonna do my thing that I always my encouraging because I'm really good at this.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, okay. 3 plus 2, that's 5 plus it. No. No, our relationship is broken.
Oh no,
Oh,
Connor!
Not in the last one.
it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Uh-oh. Okay,
We're
so
all
how does
frustrated. I
this all
think my
go
character.
down? So I think it's like hindering basically. So Maeve was like close to kind of like sneaking the dossier, but then I think like Tamia like whips back around on the phone, but like Connor's been trying to help so much that you're like both edges are like, "Eek," and she's like, and she's like, put that down, what are you doing? Put it down. I'm so sorry. Yes, yes. And it's like, young adults being sensible, really. Okay, I'll talk to you in a moment. And then it's like, and yeah, so Casa, your hard fought plans are totally ruined by Connor getting in there, being pushy.
Maeve.
Starting to get ridiculous.
Y'all, here's what I'm thinking.
But don't forget to mark experience.
Yes,
Oh.
but also if I did, because I was gonna do glimpse the truth on a 6 or lower, I uncover a dark truth about myself, the situation,
Ooh,
or another
yeah.
character.
Oh.
Were you thinking anything in particular, or
I mean, I wanted to see what was in those documents, right? So maybe it could be something not really
Super
relevant.
bad.
Like
ooh,
it might
okay.
not matter, but it's like something.
Yeah, maybe about the situation. Ooh, I know. Let me know if this is too much.
Okay.
A dark truth about yourself, Maeve. You go through some of these documents and you can see that there's like past like one of them, some of them are like you managed to get a quick glimpse. Some of it is like plans from Jennifer Hanover being like, I want these particular things set up, but you can't really see what they are because they are covered by a title page in front of that, which just seems to be normal, like castle business, including a list of previous beneficiaries of previous events, one of which you recognize the name of as your mum before she left was involved in helping gather donations to help maintain the castle, which suggests that she probably knew that this castle was very important and never told you, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Maeve doesn't say anything. She's just kind of a bit out of it now, especially with Connor.
Yeah.
She's just silent.
Yeah.
I mean, not feel free to say no, but do you think Maeve would stay with the group right now?
I think she would stay, but she's not mentally there. Like if something happens, she's definitely not going to be on it.
So like, nope.
Yeah, blank.
What does Sadie say?
Sadie is a little overwhelmed with all the emotions going on right now. Because there's a little bit of like, oh, my best friend is and my girl I have a crush on are not doing well together. So I don't know. Y'all, we need to move fast, is what I'm thinking. We really need to move fast, and we need to figure out what we're gonna do.
I had it up to here with all of this nonsense.
Agreed. I think
I am Prince and I'm going to handle this. And then he like tucks his shirt and just marches past that and is going straight to that staircase.
I just had a thought.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We need to make like orcas and tear apart these boats.
Yeah. Tear off the rudders.
Yes.
The rudders.
Wait, that's kind of genius. Should we do that?
Yes. Like that's along the way. I will say that all I will say is that Connor is storming like a runway model, like away from this situation, straight to the stairs, and it's just done.
Well,
it's just finished.
It's a bit to cement Connor's poor breaking of ego with the relationship. You're like, you stride and you're like, oh wait, no, Tamia, lock that door. No. To the cafe, so you'll need to go in through the front. You're like, have to keep storming a bit further along to try and get in.
Arms around.
Oh no.
Oh man. Okay, and then I think I'll Maya, I think that
Yes.
your idea is a good one. I think because it's a little bit more, it's offensive, but it's secretive. So hopefully they won't see us coming.
Yes.
So Connor's already gone, I guess.
Yeah, Connor's off. You've stormed through the front now. You hear like a little one like, you need a ticket to go in.
So
okay, and then
no, go ahead.
I am gonna go over to Maeve and I'm gonna say, hey, are you hanging in there okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Where'd Connor go?
You know him. He's always on the move, always on some kind of mission. But we do need your help to do this. We can't do it alone with the three of us.
Yeah, I know that. I'm here.
Okay.
Do you want to do something fun? Do you want to tear
Sure.
some rudders off of some ships?
I know how you love to destroy.
Sounds like sweet therapy. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's
you can go down. So you can go down the same way as Connor, or if you want, there's like the main hill drive, which is for the cars, but there's also like little like routes cut into the sides that turn and take you down the cliffside to the bay area, so you could swim around. So do you want to go the same way as Connor or the other way?
I feel like Connor's about to get kidnapped again. Just gonna point that out.
Who knows? Depends.
Yeah.
Rescue
Wait,
me.
what way is Connor going? So sorry.
I'm going
he's
down
going
the stairs.
Down the stairs.
Directly to the Pearl. Connor was very vocal about that. He's like, I'm done and I'm going to handle this.
Fix this.
And
Yep.
Well,
Wait,
we
so
can't
did you-
leave him alone.
We
Pretty long.
can't, but we can tear off the rudders on the way. Like we go
Sounds
down any boats that we see. Rip up
Tear
apart.
those rudders.
Okay.
Sounds great. Let's
Okay.
roll.
So you head on behind Connor. Connor, so you're heading down. You jump over the rope. You know, you step on the pressure pad brilliantly. And well, do you listen at the door? Or do you just head on straight in?
Oh, I am. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna listen at the door. I'm
You don't have
mad,
to.
but I'm not. Oh, actually, no, because my physical's -1. So I'm just gonna listen at the door.
Cool. Okay. And yeah, I think we don't, unless you want to roll any for some specific questions. The general
no.
stuff you hear that there's again still like the loading and unloading going on. There are sounds of some guards in here. Probably currently, yeah, about 3 or 4. It sounds like.
I am going to try my best to embrace the element of surprise. I'm going to tap the plate, and as soon as it slowly starts to move, I'm going to get low and then jump in and head straight for the water and the pearl.
Cool.
Like, just beeline for it as fast as I possibly can.
Cool. Let's do some thought peril to see if you can get there in time before anyone else can stop you.
Okay. And then I would like to spend 2 from the power pool.
Yeah.
To get
just a
advantage
reminder
on
also,
this.
so it's 2 for advantage or 1 for just a +1. If
you know what, I'm going to do 1 for a +1.
Yeah.
Just to give me a little boost to get me through. Let me get rid of that 3rd die.
So 9.
Don't need it.
Okay, this is plus physical.
Plus physical. No, I failed. Spectacular failure.
Oh no.
Yes. It's gonna be great.
Including with that +1. Yep.
Yeah, even with the +1. I rolled a 1 and a 2. And I have a -1 to physical. So
wonderful.
Connor's just doing that thing that sometimes, as somebody who was a cis boy or raised as a cis boy, sometimes when you're a cis boy, you think you're at the top of the world. And Connor's biting off more than he can chew, and that's okay.
Connor does like the classic like boy thing of like running but kind of looking in a different direction to sort of like keep an eye on, and as you're running you just like into this big slab of a man who looks down at you and just is like and like picks you up by the scruff of your like clothes and is like, what do we have here? And I think you're going to be restrained. So that's a temporary condition, which means that you just can't move until like someone helps you or you find a way to get out of it, basically.
If
And yeah, you can see there are 4 people around, including this guy who's holding you.
Do you think maybe
yes,
they would all be there at that point?
I think at this point you will run in after Connor.
I'm gonna
Connor
do
being held up. There's the pearl, there's the water, and then there's like 3 guards, 2 who are clumped, sort of putting some equipment out, and a 3rd on the other side of the orb as well.
Maeve is gonna she's gonna spend a PowerPoint. She's gonna see Connor and she doesn't wanna spats are completely different to actually being physically hurt. So she's gonna do I'll save you and teleport.
Excellent.
Right in between the 2.
Okay.
And she's gonna whisper to Connor, this doesn't mean we're cool, but only I can. I don't need you to be in trouble. And then I'm gonna roll to protect.
Protect someone. Okay, so you're like,
oh, what? We're not cool. Well,
we're not cool.
I would like to go. I believe in you, and I'm just gonna do my. I'm just gonna shout that out to try.
So remember, with emotional, when
broken.
you're doing it with your broken.
No, we can't. Yeah, I'm minus.
Yeah,
you can do it,
2.
but you'll get a minus.
I'm -1, right? -2 or -1.
Let me check my little reference sheet. -2 emotional with them, so it will cancel out your normal emotional.
So straight. Okay, cool. But I still have +1 because of the move that I have as a counselor. So while it's not going to be wild, it'll be
something.
It'll be something. Okay.
Something will happen.
Fabulous. 8.
Okay, mixed success. Cooperative. Give your target +1, but put yourself in danger. So we're up to 8 on the power pool. So Casa, let's finish up your roll as well. So how does Maeve do on that protect someone?
I rolled 10 on the dice. I have +1 for persona and then plus another one, so 12.
Another one. Amazing. So on a 10+, you can do 2 from the list of protect someone.
Okay, so I am going to do an uppercut to this guy holding Connor and deal damage equal to my physical. So that's 2. And then my other one is to redirect the attack to me. So if he's like kind of still holding him, then I'll try to like bend his arm so that he drops. Drops.
How do these go together? Because you
like
redirected. Well, no.
And then I elbow his arm down.
You've redirected it to you, but then Connor has done a mixed success, which puts him in danger. Let's say
complicated.
You're going to take damage from this guard. Okay, what's going to happen is you uppercut this guard, but he manages to
hit me.
Interesting. No, what I was going to say is the guard does manage to like kind of get a hit on you first, for a punch 1 damage. However, you manage to like clock him, and he like falls over, knocked out with your beautiful uppercut. However, having pushed Connor back, Connor, you stumble back into the arms of another guard. Who is gonna like sort of start tussling with you from behind. So while that is happening, Maya and Sadie, you run in as well, so you can see Maeve standing over a now unconscious guard. Connor is now turning to tussle with another guard who is rearing back to do a punch. What do either of you want to do?
So the guards are relatively distracted?
2 of them, well, one of them's out, one of them is engaged. There's one more and then one across. So there's 2 more doing their own thing that are not distracted. They're running towards all of you.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to look at Sadie and be like, I'm not terribly helpful like this, and just jump into the water.
Sweet. Awesome.
Nice.
Yep. Black ichor, terrifying creature, and just immediately shriek and do my disabulating shriek.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you touching the orb?
while touching the orb.
Touch the orb, yes.
Touch the orb. Not just touch the ocean, touch the orb.
Touch the
And I
orb.
am gonna say 2 heads are better than 1, and try to like get in her brain and be like, you're not as scary as you think you are. You can do this.
To focus it.
Wants to be scary at this point.
That's more emotional.
That is more emotional.
I'll say
Oh.
it might be good if you touch the orb.
Yeah. Perfect. There you go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
So I should
Okay,
probably
okay.
look at the correct
Ooh.
page. What'd you
I
get?
rolled a 12.
Ooh, amazing. So we get 1 automatically. Are you cooperative
Second
or
crit.
competitive?
Competitive.
Sorry, it's Sadie to Maya, actually.
right,
so
right.
Yes, which is competitive. Yeah.
competitive. Okay, so on a 12 plus, you and your target get +1 to your next roll, and you add 1 to your power pool. So we're on a total of 9.
Sweet.
Okay.
Not really keeping track of what everyone's individual ones are, but you've all got a few basically. So that's a +1 for Maya on your
I got
scary-
11 total.
We
Okay.
are killing it.
+1 is 9, +2 mystical is 11.
Sweet. Okay,
So
yeah.
on
I
a
think
10
like with the power
plus-
of the orb, it's like
Yeah.
the jaw, like ah.
My jaw just drops down, extending even further, and just reverberates this shriek that you can
Yeah.
actually see the vibration
Yeah,
going
you can see like the
out.
ripples in the orb going across, and you're able to target it at, I think, all of the people in the chamber of your choice.
Excellent. Yeah, because on a 10 plus, the target immediately attacks an ally, and they have no idea that I'm the cause, but I think that they know that I'm the cause. In any case,
Also,
well, you hear them being like, the orb.
also does touching the orb make the shriek not audible to the people upstairs?
Ooh,
because
Good
it's
point.
an 11.
Maybe the ABBA is so loud.
Yeah, I think it's just like a beautiful like undertone. Yeah, okay. I like that explanation. Yeah. It's like, wow,
Okay.
someone's got some good harmonies going on. But yeah, inside it's reverberating off, and you've been able to tune it so it's not like that excruciating pitch for teenagers, but for adults it's like, whoa.
Yes.
And so all of the guards are like, oh, the orb, and start like running around. Like there's 2 opposite, they start like running around to start like grappling with each other, and the third one drops you, Connor, and starts to run towards the other 2 to join in as well.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Like running away from you. So Sadie and Connor, you're there. Meanwhile, Maya is now Amaya in the water. Maeve, what's Maeve getting up to?
I think she's
I'm sorry,
just gonna...
and Sadie as well, I should say, yeah.
I wanted to. I have a beacon of hope, which is my weapon / thing, so I could
Yes.
begin a clash. Dare we clash?
Yes, although you'll need to be in the water for that to work because it's
Okay,
your
well,
mystical.
Here goes nothing, and then I'll do a little dive in, a la the principal in It's a Wonderful Life, just like, oh well, and then just
we see Caspian out with the beacon.
The beacon is out. And then I guess I will do a clash. I have to clash in order to blind people, right? Is that?
I think so, if that's how it works.
Yes, it says can blind
Move.
enemies in clash check.
Whoa, okay.
Oh.
Cool.
Interesting.
I'm thinking this is like temporarily like sort of stunned. Like it's a big flash of light to kind of like...
Is it a condition?
Not necessarily, but like we'll treat it in that way. I don't think there's like a condition called like blinded or anything, but
All right, let me just check
basically they'll be out of action. Yeah.
0 physical. Brilliant. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Better than me.
6.
Oh, I really was
mean,
gonna say if I could help.
Yeah, if
but...
you're going towards the one that Connor and Maeve are kind of near, one of them could involve.
But now that she's
Get
rolled,
it.
I mean,
I think I walked back my initial one.
Oh,
it might have been
yeah.
away that week actually. I was like, it's okay if we do before, because I think it can be more interesting if then it breaks. So
I will.
Maeve, do you want to back up?
Yeah. Oh,
Because
to back her up?
I
Or
can
you?
back up as well. Which we want to do? Like,
Oh yeah,
because
no, I've got her back. I've got her back.
you got it. Okay,
Excuse
cool.
me, everyone.
Oh,
My pronouns are they, them. Slay
oh
slam.
yes, you're
They,
Caspian. Yes, sorry.
they,
Yes,
they.
sorry, I
Thank you.
forgot.
They. Let's help them. Yes.
Yeah. So I rolled a 9, and then +2, so 11.
Sweet. And
So
cooperative, competitive.
Yes.
Your target gains +1 to their next roll, and you add 1 to your power pool. So we are on 10. No, we're on 8. 9. Are we on 10?
I'm at
Yep.
7. Oh,
We're at
we're
10.
at
No, the
10
power pool.
On the power pool. Yeah,
Sorry.
10
Yeah.
power pool. You've got a +1 as well. So you're on a 7. Awesome. So on a mixed success. So yeah, Maeve gets in to help Caspian as they're going for the swing, and sort of like, I imagine maybe it's like almost like sort of tips a little bit to get the right angle or something, like just adjust that form a little. So on a 7 post, you both do damage to each other, equal to your weapon or your physical stats.
Well, my
So your
physical stat
weapon-
is 0.
Okay, so a 1 for us. And your weapon, if it has any specific tags, it's
It
got the blinded.
doesn't.
It'll
It
just
just
be a 1,
blinds.
and then that it blinds.
Okay,
it
great.
blinds them. So they stagger back.
So they're fighting
and-
each other and blinded.
Yeah. So
Cool.
Caspian, you get clocked in the face.
My beautiful
think-
visage.
Oh.
For 1 harm.
Oh,
Reminded if you have any armor or anything to minus that as well. I can't remember who has armor and who doesn't.
no,
but
I'm
the
bare
guards
chested.
staggers back, and your beacon just like whacks them and lets out this beautiful beam of light that like flashes right in their shark eyes that are like fully dilated. So it's like, ugh.
Mm.
And so
Can
they
I
stagger
say
back,
that-
and they can't see.
Can I say that I imagine that Caspian's beacon of light is her their skin like glowing, right? So I can imagine that Caspian slaps something like
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't
You're
know.
like
You're
that.
like
I love
a crappy vampire, just nicer.
Yes, absolutely, just
Amazing.
glowing.
Yup. So
Glory.
spiky.
Amazing. Okay, so the state of play. We have one guard is unconscious. One is not feeling very well, having been absolutely clocked in the face, and also can't see currently. And the other 2 are now fighting with each other. So I don't know if anyone wants to do anything else. The other 2 are going to be fighting with each other for quite some time, as they're like, no, the orb, no, you, no. And it's just sort of almost unintelligible. It's just like, as they're like biting each other and things as well.
Well,
I think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna do like I was gonna go up to Connor and Maeve, not being that talky, but because she tried to save him and she doesn't really want anything to happen to him, she's just gonna say, you okay? Because I think we're okay. I'm okay. You're okay? You okay?
Okay, he reaches up, because I imagine in all of the chaos, I would like to have Connor had like tripped and fallen on the ground.
Yeah.
And I just kind of reach my hand up and
Um,
take Maeve's hand and be like, I think we're okay. Let's get in the water, see if we can destroy some ships. And then I
yeah.
reach myself up, and then both of us with holding hands like jump into the water together.
Wow, that is MerGay.
That's so cute.
And then
Okay.
bubbles. And then
It's gay to go
bubbles.
outside. It's
It's
gay to go in the water.
Yes,
the
and then
water.
we just
Gay
sort
to
of
touch the
emerge.
ocean.
We just emerge from the water like synchronized swimmers, and pose.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so I think Casa in particular, do you think that is enough to mend the broken relationship, doing some fighting together? help
I think for
his
Maeve,
stats?
yeah. For Maeve, definitely.
Awesome.
Also for Connor, because that was a great
Scary.
moment. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we freeze frame on you both coming out of the water in your little synchronized swimmer poses. And that is where we will take our little break. So, lovely viewers, we're going to be about 5-10 minutes. Please do make sure you get your water. It's a very hot day. Please have a little snack, a little break if you need to, and we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Also, a reminder while I remember, don't forget we're doing that giveaway. It's !glitter hearts in the chat if you want to enter in for a digital copy of Glitter Hearts. So we will see you after the break. Goodbye. Hello, welcome back. Glitter transition. We're back to some Glitter Hearts Touch the Ocean for our finale of our Glitter Hearts campaign. So we were right in the middle of some exciting things. So yeah, we just had Connor and Maeve had fixed their broken relationship thanks to some lovely defense by Maeve. So you're in the cavern under the castle with the orb. You've got one guard unconscious, you've got another can't see and is scrabbling around trying to work out where you went, and two that are fighting each other. What do you want to do?
For the one that's unconscious, do they have like any kind of communication thing that they have with everyone else? Or
Yeah,
maybe we
actually,
can-
yeah, I think they all have walkie-talkies on. So yeah.
I'll grab that, and so we know where they are or if there's reinforcements coming.
We gotta hydrate. Thank you, Ava. Posture check.
Thanks, Ava.
Do you? Vision.
We know that their goal is to do something with this orb, yet we
Yeah.
cannot move it.
Mhm.
Sorry,
I
I'm
get the
Caspian.
sense,
But yeah.
I get the sense that they're trying to blow a hole large enough that they're
Mhm.
going to be able to pull the
Pull
orb out, or
Mhm.
they are trying to amplify their evil serum thing, their mutagenic serum, to turn everyone into weird sea creatures. In any case, we need to not have it happen. And I'm assuming that there are two boats right here from the 4 people, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Demetria, do you want to tear up some stuff?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's go. Let's
Who
go.
looks? It's Caspian that's been harmed. Oh God, a bunch of people are harmed.
I have 1 harm.
One.
I
two.
also have 1 harm.
Okay.
And I'm down 2. But it's cool.
So this is what we're gonna do. As before. Oh, wait, Demetria. And I reach over and I'm like, I want to share a new gift that I have. Actually, everyone, come close, come close. Group hug. I'm gonna put my hand on the pearl. I'm gonna hug everyone, and I'm gonna use my healing hug power. You can always heal 2 damage without having to roll by simply touching the target. So
that's so
you
good.
see this beautiful healing white energy as he just, that just comes out of his body. He doesn't even sing, maybe a low hum, but
You
it's a
don't even need to
vibration.
sing. You
No.
can feel the orb is already kind of vibrating from the sounds of practice above, kind of filtering down a little bit. Not as strong as
Yeah.
when you're singing, but still a little bit.
All right. And then I'm, however that works out, I'd like to heal my friends with the power of the pearl.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Sticking
the
with how the
power of
pearl works, yeah,
friendship.
you can
Power
give
of
everyone your heals.
Yes.
friendship.
I hope I'm a good support.
You
You
are.
are.
But
Well,
no,
You also
also
give
we
good
need
hugs
to-
too.
You do give good hugs. Like Amaya's black ichor hands, just like
You
And I
feel
just-
the
I
little
just-
set of tentacles as well as Wiggles like,
Oh, that's
and
so
it's just
good.
Connor just is so happy. He just feels like the black ichor to him is just so warm and comfortable. Oh. Okay.
Wiggles
Now
is like
let's-
massaging your head like one of those little
Oh,
head.
fantastic. All right. Now let's go destroy some boats and save the damn day.
excellent. So
Mhm.
my thought is let's load all of the terrible things back onto the boats, push them out, and then destroy the rudders. Yes?
Oh, so
Yeah.
they're just floating, yeah.
So
Mhm.
they're
That is
just
a
floating.
fantastic idea, Amaya. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you. I tried.
Welcome.
Brilliant.
Wiggles, can you scout out to check on the other boats? Please and thank you.
Okay. Do you want to do your little roll
Yes.
for your minion?
Yeah.
Minion roll.
Yay.
Wiggle
I
roll.
think
That bit
it's a
in
wiggle
Finding Nemo
roll.
where it's like, he's gonna touch the bat.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9 total.
Okay,
So
success.
Assistant, your familiar can complete the task, but the GM will offer you a hard choice, an extra cost, or the familiar attracts attention and danger.
Okay, Wiggles heads on out. And yeah, you're sort of like pausing to look through Wiggles' eyes. And you see
Full black eyes.
goes avoiding the tunnel. You managed to collapse last time out the other tunnel. And I think as he's getting out, the rest of you hear a on the radio of like, come through. Otter and Octopus are en route. Over.
Oh, jeez.
Please respond. And as you're hearing that, Amaya, I should say, sees through Wiggles' eyes some more boats coming, and you can see there's the one with some guards on, and another you can see has Jennifer, Hanover, and Will sat on it.
Okay. Incoming boats.
And I think Wiggles is like in the path of the boats, and basically, like, I think you see Jennifer like lock eyes on Wiggles and like go to scoop them out of the water.
No! Wiggles, go down! Oh no! Did you take him?
He's in the boat.
Oh. Okay, we need
Wiggles
to go
is
to
lost.
these boats right
Okay.
now.
Let's
see, like,
do it.
A beautifully pointed heel is like the front of it is resting on Wiggles' tentacles, keeping him from getting away, just holding him in place. He's not in any pain, because as to reiterate, Wiggles will never die. He is functionally immortal.
Yeah.
But Wiggles is like
Okay, I want to, after seeing this, I'm gonna get a little angry that Jennifer, of all people, has Wiggles. I'm gonna do my bellowing roar. I'm gonna try to.
They're very far away, though.
Are they?
Keep
Even
that
if
in
I touch
mind.
the
you could swim
pearl,
over.
Okay.
or I could swim. Ooh,
You could swim,
Ooh.
or you could touch. You could try.
I'll go up and swim. I'll go up and swim to them as close as I can, but on further down so that they can't see me.
Yeah.
And then I shall roll.
Save Wiggles.
That is a. What do I add to this? I think it's. Sorry.
It's okay.
Persona +1. Okay. Oh, I rolled a 6, but then that's +1, so a 7.
Okay.
On a 7 to 9, they're scared, and I gain 1 armor against the minions,
Ooh.
so they don't run away.
Okay. And is that specifically minions?
Minions.
Cool. Okay. So the 2 guards are like, when they hear your roar coming from, deep underwater, and I think they both are like, not another shark hound. But you see Jennifer is like, calm down. There's nothing to worry about. But Will also looks a little bit scared, so you're going to have armor against the 2 guards and Will.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you also hear, like, I think as you sort of are like listening, you can hear Will being like, mother, like, don't stand on the poor thing. That's not very nice. Like, that could hurt it. And she's like, don't worry about it, Will. We'll put it in a tank later for you to look after. It's like, I think you should really let go. Shut up.
Okay.
So Caspian will follow, I think, but like Amaya had mentioned grabbing the stuff. So I'll like lend a hand and grab as much as I can and carry it over.
Absolutely.
Or just like sink it into the water.
Right, just get it out. Get it on out.
Yeah, a lot of it does sink. Some things are kind of floating, but a lot of the heavier like ties and cords and things do sink down.
Is it time to destroy? Perhaps.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, go ahead, Philippa.
I was just going to get us a little bit orientated, seeing as there's like some in and some out of the cave. So we've got the main cave. We've got a few tunnels, one of which is blocked up. I'd say, let's say 3 tunnels, one of which is blocked. And then on the outside, we've got like the cliff face, which leads up to the castle, and then the openings to the caves. And then we've got the 2 boats, just to kind of give you the idea of where it is. And then open sea and the bay on the side. So yes, Caspian, they're going, time to destroy.
Time to destroy. Oh.
All right. Let's do this. And then I
Maya's
also
following, yes.
Yeah, I'm also
Wait.
following as well.
Instead of putting the dynamite and dropping it, can I grab it and attach it to one of the rudders so then I can set it off?
Sure, you can take it with you, yeah. If you
Yes.
want to do that, I would suggest this would be a thwart peril to do this, avoiding, getting stuck in the rudder, getting, spotted, doing it quietly enough to get it in place properly.
Caspian,
Yes.
my heart is always with you. I know you have this.
So
You're
are
helping
we
out
doing it together?
Let's make some mischief.
All right.
And then I'm gonna do my my team, like
Yes.
help my friends.
Mhm.
How much in the
Say
power
yours
pool do we
first.
have?
We currently have
I lost count.
10 I
10?
think.
Excellent. I'm
I
spending
have 10
two.
written down.
I'm spending two to give myself advantage on this roll because it's super
Okay.
important.
3.
Okay, here we go.
We
Oh,
are on 8.
2 5s and a 6. So
Oh,
that is an
nice.
11
nice.
on the die, plus a total of +3 because of my various moves. So that is a
Amazing.
over 12 plus.
Above and beyond.
Amazing.
Above
Amazing.
and beyond.
I
and
rolled
then
a 7.
And then we add a total of 3 power to the power
And,
pool.
Yeah,
So
so
much
that was a
power.
thought peril. So with that +1 for Caspian.
Yes. So
is a 7.
I have an 8 then.
An 8. Amazing. Okay. Worst outcome, hard choice, extra price to pay. This is an easy, hard choice. Which boat? Will, but also Jennifer. 2 guards who are a bit frightened but are quite strong.
I'm gonna do
That's like
Will
you've
and also
dealt with them
Jennifer, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Will and also Jennifer.
So you're going to put it in place. I'm assuming maybe not necessarily going off straight away, but you've got I think there's a little detonator and things that,
Yeah.
Oh, I could detonate it with my flaming sword.
I was actually gonna ask if you
Okay.
Oh,
That's cool. That's very cool.
Demetra,
However,
would you do
before-
the honors?
Of course. Of course.
getting into place. So I think Caspian, you've managed to put it in place without being seen. But I do think all of you kind of coming out, they can start to see the stuff's going on. Jennifer is sort of standing up slightly in the boat and is like, honestly, I really wanted to wait for this. And you see she flips open a small briefcase again with the various vials and things.
Oh.
She's
And she
gonna
says,
transform.
Will, you first or I? And Will's like, I'm sorry, what? And she grabs one of them and just into his thigh, and he's like, ah! And he's gonna roll overboard.
Oh.
And you see she's grabbed another one for herself, labeled Jennifer special theorem.
I'm swimming
Yeah.
straight towards Will and trying to catch him.
Yeah, so he's rolling into the water. So you swim forward, you kind of get him in your arms so he doesn't sink too much. And you can see he's kind of and you can see as he's doing it, he's kind of changing before your eyes. He's starting to grow, not scales this time, fur sprouting along his arms. His little tummy is getting longer. He has a little tail, quite otter-like.
Oh, that was the otters.
That's the other. So Jennifer's the octopus.
And so he's like, ah!
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold them so they can breathe above water because otters are still mammals. I feel like I understand otters the most. I would like to use the flavor of my healing hug to make this
for sure.
as easy and calm and peaceful of a transition as possible. I don't want him to suffer like his sister did. This is not his fault. And he's becoming me, and I want to save Will.
Mhm.
May I make a roll and say,
Yes.
it's okay. You're like me now. I'm going to make sure you're safe. We're going.
Okay.
All I need you to do is just. It's going to be okay. And I would like to touch Will's heart.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. I was going to say, which one do you think it is? That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to spend another 2 points of the power pool.
We have so much. It's
If that's
fine.
okay.
Yes,
All right,
okay.
cool.
Do
So
Yep,
give
it.
we're on
myself
9.
advantage. And then this is a touch your heart roll. Oh my gosh.
Sounds
I'm so
emotional.
excited. As soon as you said Will was there in the otter, this is what I wanted. Okay. Calm down. Calm down.
That's
All right,
that's
here we
Squiggles.
go.
That's not an otter noise.
Okay, I'm looking. Ooh. Okay, that's bad.
Oh no.
1, 1, 2.
Oh no.
+2 on your emotional.
That's 4.
No, that's 5.
That's 5.
No, it's not enough.
No, it's not enough. I'm sorry,
Not
guys.
enough.
No.
I
Are 2
tried.
heads better
This is
than
what-
1?
It's not going to get it up enough
It's
because
not gonna be
it
high
only gives you a
enough.
+1 max.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
You're
mark
right.
some
It's not a good
experience.
story. Yeah, I'll mark some experience.
Mark some experience. I think so. On a 6 or lower on touch the heart, all non-clash actions against this target suffer a -1. So you've like caught him, but he's so like in the moment, he kind of is just as scared of you as he was of his mum, like attacking him in his eyes. And he's just like, everyone's against me, I can't trust any of this. And he lets out a little like otter yell, scarier than that, and is like gonna twist basically away from you with this now much longer body than he had before. And he swims like around the side of the boat away from you, like kicking away. And so it's going to still be sort of circling around in a sort of panic, basically. And I think on that, again, with that 6, that's kind of given you a pause enough to watch. And you see Jennifer has put her own serum in. And she starts to change. And we see ripples along her body. We see she starts to grow larger and larger as tentacles burst out of her sides, and her legs also start to turn into tentacles as well. But she's not just an octopus. You can see they put all sorts of things in this. They've been testing this over time, and you can see that she's got her teeth grow and grow, and there's rows and rows of shark-like teeth. She's got like spines poking out, sort of lionfish style spines poking out of the sides of her, down her back as well. And she kind of rips off the smart suit as her whole body's like covered in scales and, you know, orca skin and shark skin and like little bits of fur, and like she's got a bit of everything going on. And she's gonna wobble for just a moment, compose herself. Frankenfish. She's got the abs. She's been working out. Steadies her core as she dives in, far too fluidly. And she's in the water, and she's going to look at all of you, and she says, "You've been messing with my plants quite long enough." And she's going to lash out, I think, towards Caspian. Towards you. Okay. I think, let's say Lorian's help was just doing with Will. So what are Amaya and Dimitri doing?
Immediately going to be like, oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. And her eyes glow up bright. And this is a new ability. And she is going to shoot a magic beam from her eyes.
Yes.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah, you are.
This weird amalgamation of stuff. So I make a clash attack with a magical beam at close range, rolling plus mystical to attack.
Ooh, very cool.
And I'm going to use 2 power points because we have so many of them.
Yeah. Okay, so you're on 7.
Yes, we're at 7 now. Hey, so 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so on a 10 plus, choose 1 extra effect on that clash.
Okay, I have so many pages. Ugh, there we go. I have to have it printed out, otherwise I'm scrolling.
Right.
Okay, so I get 2 effects then. So
just 1 on a 10 plus.
Oh, it says choose one extra.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I do
With
damage
your beam.
with my beam. So that's 2 from my mystical stat, because I do damage with my mystical rating.
Sweet.
So that's 2 damage, plus I am going to give 1+1 forward to Caspian to help them with whatever they need to do against her.
Awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so you get in close, and in doing so, the sort of tentacle lashing out is going to lash out at you, closing around, I think, your tail, and sort of crushing it for 2 damage minus any armor. And you're going to be restrained, which means you can't like move around until someone helps out, but you do some damage back. You notice, can I just check with that beam, does it ignore armor at all?
It does not, no.
Okay, so yeah, you see that the beam partially works, and she sort of rears back in pain for a moment, but you can see those spiky barbs all over her body are acting as a sort of armor, helping deflect some of your attacks.
Okay.
Just to let you all know that armor is involved. So yeah, you're restrained. Caspian, yeah, you've managed to kind of dodge out the way as Amaya gets in there. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Maybe, well, I've had a lot of success with touching people's hearts before, even though I'm not emotional at all. So I think I perhaps may then turn to Jennifer and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, look at yourself right now. This is not a look of someone who has it all together. You don't even have one cohesive pattern going on. You know, I'm just saying, this is a roast for you." And so just
You
take a
look
good look
unpleasant.
at yourself. But it's not just unpleasant. Nothing matches. There's not a vibe going on. Clearly this has gone too far, and you need to take a look in the mirror.
I think let's keep going a little bit, because she does shout at you, "I'm not trying to look fashionable. I'm trying. I would have been more matching if you hadn't stopped me from accessing that stupid pearl in there."
Well, think about how do I want to touch your heart?
And she keeps going. She says, I don't care about what I look like. I just care about the power." And she squeezes on Amaya's tail a little more.
No. Oh, Amaya, no. Oh God. You can do better than this. Think how small scale this is. We know real power because we were born naturally mermaids, and so we could help you achieve real power.
Okay. Good attempt. Okay.
Good tip. That's a good one.
Lying to touch your heart. I love it.
It may be conditional, therefore, on you coming through with that, is what I will say.
Okay.
Well, the power is
Ooh.
friendship. That's the gag. So
Yes.
The
Can I
power
help
is friendship.
with anything?
Demetra, I could definitely use some help.
Yeah. You
How
can do this.
How do you want to help?
And then also, I'll just say to Jennifer, I'll be like, someone of your position and stature and what have you, you need to have control, and you don't look like you have control. But
I have so much control, she says, as more tentacles are coming out. You don't understand how much control I have right now, and I'm going to have forever.
It just seems like you're overcompensating just a little bit.
Ah!
A little.
Why do you want to be a horrifying sea creature? I don't understand.
So I can live forever. Why do you not understand this, you stupid mermaids?
Octopi actually have quite short lifespans.
That's why I'm not just an octopus, you silly little girl. Caspian, you're like trying to go around at this point, being like, it's okay. I think I don't want to be mean, but I do think I'll activate one of my holds to do this. I do think you'll have to do this with disadvantage, because I don't think she's necessarily in the right frame of mind right now to receive the
to
message
have
you
her
are
heart
attempting to
touched.
do.
Yeah. I definitely have that vibe too.
Perhaps we could try something else then. I'll protect
I
Oh,
mean,
go
you can
ahead.
still try it, but just to say, I would, do it with disadvantage.
Yeah,
With
okay, cool.
disadvantage.
Okay.
All right.
But then I rolled an 8, so you get +1.
Cool.
Okay.
Putting himself in
And we'll
danger.
add that to the power pill. Yeah, so we're on 8 on the power pill.
Okay.
You put yourself in danger. Great.
Yeah.
Saying a little prayer for the dice.
Great in terms of.
And God was not listening because I rolled a 7, so
Oh, okay.
not bad.
Next
Okay.
action against them gains a +1. Okay. Oh no, that was Will, so it's fine. Yeah, next action against them gains a +1. Cool.
Great.
But yeah, Demetra, you're trying to help. You're getting in there. It's kind of distracting more than necessarily helping, and so I think she kind of turns, and you notice she's kind of got those markings that like killer whales have, where it's like a false eye. And you've been kind of concentrating, like sort of makeup on her. And you notice you've been kind of looking at that, but for a moment you actually see her real eyes, like again, like black like a doll's eyes, shark eyes, like beaming into you. And you feel sort of transfixed with this predatory gaze. And for a moment, I would like you to try and keep your wits about you to try not to be sort of stunned with fear. So this is with persona.
I rolled a 10 +1, so 11.
Okay, great. You do what you set out to do. So you're able to tear your gaze away, and you're
I
not
stick my tongue
stunned.
out.
You're able to kind of go away. Yeah, and she's like, ah! And yeah, in that case, she's still holding on to Amaya. So for Amaya, she's going to start trying to like.
Oh
pull you
no,
back and
I'm
forth.
going to.
Well, I'm interested what Lorian is also up to. at the moment,
Okay.
'cause
Yeah,
he's
so
kind of the doctor.
Lorian
But also
is-
Amaya, if you want to do anything specific too.
Yeah, Lorian first, go for it.
Yeah, so Lorian is kind of hovering there as Will is swimming around, and
Yeah, you
he's
can
like,
see a little third shape
it's
coming
like,
back
Will,
around.
Will,
in a
please
moment.
calm down. Like your mother's doing something terrible and dangerous. Please, just listen to me. I'm here to help you. My name is Prince Lorian. I'm the Prince of the Selkies. The Alters are our cousins. Please, let me help you.
You see
And
him
I
coming
reach out,
forwards, like jaws open.
and I'm gonna do convince
Yes.
someone, and I'm
Absolutely.
trying to convince him that I'm friendly, and because obviously
Yes.
he's in too much of a state for his heart to be touched, but at the very least I can be the
For
prince
sure.
that
See if
I
you can
am.
try and calm him down.
What's our power
Okay.
pool right now?
It's at 8.
You are on 8.
It's an 8.
Also, don't forget you can get a -1 on this roll because of that previous.
Yeah,
touch to the heart.
exactly. I am going to spend. Oh, would be better.
So you could
What
do
do you
1
guys-
to cancel it out,
1 to cancel it out. I'm gonna do 1 to cancel it out.
or 2 for advantage.
Okay,
Okay.
1 cancel it out.
We're on
And
7 plus emotional.
let's do. Okay, 4. The dice are telling a story, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
It's emotional, so +2.
It's emotional. Yeah, that's Snake Eyes.
Oh dear.
You got
Okay, so
I got 2 1s
oh my
for a
god.
total of 4. Guys, I
dear.
don't know how much use I'm gonna be in this combat because all the other moves, these are my best and strongest moves, and I'm
They'll all come back
failing
around.
at all of them.
Mark that experience.
I'm up to 4 experience. I don't remember
So
what
you
it
know
is.
you get in there.
Okay.
It's 6 for me.
It's 6. Okay.
So I think Will is like too much in sort of like a frenzy of being newly transformed to sort of even notice you, and is gonna like, I think, doesn't even go for you and starts climbing out of. He swims to the edge of the cliff and he starts running away up the hill towards the castle
Running
and the
away.
rehearsal, climbing,
Yeah.
grabbling up towards the castle where you can still hear the sounds of everyone rehearsing.
Cool. I am going to
Yes, you're
can I
going,
combo moves? Can
Looks
I
like he's having
combo
excuse me,
terrifying visage plus my discombobulating shriek to get her to release me?
Yeah, you can roll one and then another and see how it goes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because my terrifying visage, your natural state is terrifying to others. You gain +1 to convince someone through intimidation.
Cool.
So My thought is I look horrifying. She looks even more horrifying, but
Yes.
I'm also
A horrifying
screaming
clash.
at her.
Yeah. Jaw unhinging.
Yep. Although I feel like that's not going to be terribly scary for her at the moment. I think that I was right.
But next action against them gains a +1.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
So
That is true.
That is
Oh.
true.
And it's plus. Oh, +1 to convince someone to 6. And then what's convince someone?
emotional.
Emotional. I think that's 0. Yeah. 6.
Okay. So that's a 6 on convince someone. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you
Okay,
plus
cool.
1 and then plus another 1.
Yeah. So I rolled before.
Okay.
Cool.
I did not roll great. So that was
Yeah.
unhelpful. But then I'm going to
Okay,
discombobulate and
experience.
shriek
Yeah.
at her.
Well, I think what happens is that she's still got you clamped in her tentacle and is
Mhm.
like squeezing you for what did I say for?
You
Tentacle
gave me
crush. 2
2
damage.
Oh.
Oof.
Can I do a be vigilant?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm hoping to find
Cool.
out what
Let's
the
do a be
monster's
vigilant and then we'll
weakness
find
is.
out. Yeah, we'll do a Maya second bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go for it.
Okay. Okay. I rolled a 5, but I have +2 on mental. So I am at 7.
Okay. 7.
What's the
Okay.
monster's weakness?
Ooh, absolutely. You think okay, so let's talk about both sides of the weakness. So everything you've heard about her so far, all of the information you've collected up, you're kind of like putting it together. You know, Sadie is kind of in the back of Caspian's mind, doing the skeptic like and you think her emotional sort of weakness side is she's been going on about how, you know, in her book it was all about the legacy of her business and the legacy of power, and she's been saying like she wants the control to stay. So you know, and how she fobbed off Kira for you know, setting up with this fake MLM business and stuff. It's like she wants control over her own stuff and she doesn't want to like give it up. Even getting old and retiring, she's like, I just want to live forever and continue with my power as is. So you think that her sort of weakness in that front is maybe like control. And then you think her like physical weakness, you get extra power from the orb, but you don't know what would happen to someone who was not a sort of natural mermaid touching the orb, who's been forced their powers to come out.
Okay.
So maybe the power of the orb could help in some way, either by you tapping into it, or who knows what would happen if she touched it. She thinks it would help, but who knows?
Lure her to the orb. But we gotta help Amaya first.
Okay, to help.
It's like,
Maeve is done with seeing Amaya so close to this abomination. She's gonna
Also getting
teleport.
very injured.
Yes. Oh, she's gonna teleport over to her and protect.
Yes, with your
protect her.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll see.
Okay.
That is a 7 on the dice plus 2, well, persona plus
Persona.
1. So 8.
Okay, so an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a 7-9, you can choose one of the options from the list.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have is it you who has the special one that gives you an extra one?
Well, mine
power.
just says if I have anything below a 6, I get 1 anyway. So is that considered extra? Or is that just if I roll under a 6?
That's if you roll 6 or under, then you don't. So you get an extra, but you got an 8, so you just get 1.
So I just get 1. We're gonna put the attacker in a bad position and give the ally +1. So I'm just gonna try and like I don't know, like slap her a bit.
You can flavor your punches as well if you want, or like your flaming sword in how you do it if you like. So yeah, Maeve. No, not Maeve, not Maya. Amaya. Sorry, we have so many names.
There's so many.
Yeah,
names.
you kind of get like shoved to the side as Jennifer turns her full attention onto Demetra,
Uh-oh.
But in the process, you get a kind of scratch down your arm from those like poisonous stings for 1 damage.
Oof.
Oof.
And then
Lori
just
and
to
I are not looking
and
Yeah,
great.
Dimitri,
I
you're kind
wanna-
of like, moving her. Where do you want to go?
closer to the dynamite. Oh, but do we want to? Oh, what's the plan here? Do we want to
I
blow
think
her up, or do we want
Here's
to?
what I think. I think we need to lure her to the orb.
Okay.
I was vigilant for a moment.
Yeah. The
Sadie
dynamite would
spoke
also
to
be
me.
good too.
The dynamite could work.
Well, I mean,
Got
could
it.
I put the attacker in the bad position by trying to use the flaming sword and slice off one of her tentacles or something?
Ooh, yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Aha.
hurt, but
Or-
it could put her in
Yeah.
a.
Do you want to set off the dynamite as well to help?
Oh, that too, that too.
Yeah,
So can
that's
we
what I
put
thought you were gonna do.
in
Blow
there?
her up.
Boom.
True, you guys are smart.
Because I was imagining. Yeah, awesome. So you slice, and like half of one of the tentacles and you hear her go, ah! And you also you finish the arc through. It goes onto the dynamite where she's like kind of forwards from the boat, so it pushes her, and this is pushing her in the right direction, sort of towards the caves, and there's like a wave of water carries her into that sort of central chamber. You see a little Wiggles go and land on like the cliffside, like stuck on Connor, even Lorien, sorry, you see Will has reached the top of the cliff, able to run extremely fast now in this sort of otter human hybrid form, and has scrabbled over the side. And you can see a very frightened Timothy going with a very large otter.
Timothy!
Oh. Okay. So
They're mostly
Connor-
going back and forth.
Connor like looks at that, looks at the Jennifer, and is stuck because so far every attempt that he has made to reach Connor has failed horribly.
Reach.
Will.
Reach Will. So I am okay.
But would Lorien give up?
No, Lorien would not give up. So there is this moment where Lorien just starts swimming, comes up out of the water, and is just trying to like climb after.
Yeah.
But the climbing isn't the point. The point is
Yes.
what he's shouting as he's gonna say,
You're like seal hopping, like
yeah. You're and he just, you know what? He's just gonna sing. The flavor is that he's just going to sing an old song of friendship that he learned from his mother between the sea otters and between the seals. That goes back to when they were one people, all the way back to the ancient legends of the daughter of Baelor, the Fomorian king, who was trapped in a tower and eventually, saw Sion of the Tuatha, and they, in secret made love, and then that brought the Marrows about, and the Selkies, and Lou the Long Arm, all the way out, and he's just going to unleash that. Philippa, would you prefer I run a touch their heart or a convince someone? I would. I am spending 2 power points.
Yeah, so we're on 5
to
get that advantage.
We have just enough for a group.
I would, I want to open it up to the rest of the group instead of like a big power attack against Jennifer. Will the pod join me in song and try and reaching out and rescue our poor frightened pet and save Will from his mother's terrible evil? I need your help.
I get a -1 on convince someone because of my terrifying visage when it's a positive thing.
I think I think this should be convince someone for Will, because he's not really fully a villain. He's just kind of like out of control.
I'm ready
And
for
so
I'm
if
ready
someone
for
wants to
convince
help
someone.
you, I think that could work.
Okay.
So yeah, you've spent your power points for an advantage, and yeah, if anyone wants to help you with this, I think this, if they want to join in the singing, it could be emotional. If like Demetra wants to give you a boost, it could be physical, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
However people help.
I could try to boost you out so I could like swing you out of
So you
there.
can get closer,
Yeah,
just holding
closer.
up Laurie in seal form, like in Dirty Dancing, like
Yeah.
Water. Water. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, I got a 10 on the dice.
Oh,
Yes.
dang.
So 12.
Dang.
You
Okay.
edge.
12. Awesome. Is that competitive or cooperative?
We're
Cooperative.
cooperative.
Cooperative. Okay,
Plus
so on
one.
a 12, +1 to the next roll, and you and your target add 1 to power pool. So we're back up to 8 on that power pool.
Okay, here we go.
Woohoo.
So
Let's go.
with advantage.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. 4 and a 3. That's 7. My emotional
Let's
is additional 2. That's 9.
+1.
And plus 1 for that. And then I also have a move that gives me a +1 to convince people. Hold on.
Awesome. So an 11.
11.
Hold on. Let me double check. No, I don't. I just have a 9, which is fine.
Ah,
I
okay.
thought I had a move that
Cool,
did
cool,
that. I have a 9.
Okay, but we still got that +1 from the other one. So you're on a 10, if that's.
I'm at a 10. Oh my gosh.
Because you got that +1 from the we could do this together. So
Yes. Yeah. And
From the
now I have a
awesome.
10. What are my minuses? Because I think
Oh, because of the
yeah,
failed.
you're correct. Thank you for reminding me.
No
-1.
worries.
Target does suffer a -1. Very, very truthful. Thank you.
You're
Okay, so
welcome.
they'll
That's
do
why I
it,
was
but
trying
only if
to.
you promise them something equal in return. Okay, so I mean, what do you think? You're reaching out. He's kind of in this frenzy. The voice of yours starts to calm him. I think how it's going to work for something in return. He is not fully calmed from this sort of like frenzy, but he has turned his view away from you, away from Timothy, back towards Jennifer. There's a sort of like, you want to get some revenge? Like, we need to take her down. He sort of manages to kind of get out between sort of growls.
Something in return. Actually,
So,
Philippa,
yeah.
can I offer you something else?
Please.
I want to offer him the truth. I wanted him to stare into my eyes and not see Lorian and see his friend Connor.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
I
because
know that's
I
a
suppose
very
he doesn't
big
know who you
thing.
are. That's true.
No, I would, and that's a big deal. And sorry, Pod, this is important.
That's a great idea. I love it.
Okay,
How
thank
dare.
you.
No, that's fine. So yeah, Demetra is holding you out of the water, and you quickly dry off, turning back into Connor. It's like heavy, but you're like reaching out to Will, singing as you slowly turn back into Connor to reveal who you truly are, and you see like the sort of frenzy fades from him as he's like, Connor, what is happening? What is happening? And he sort of slumps as the adrenaline all comes out of him.
We have to stop your mum. And we're going to figure out a way to do it without hurting her, but we have to stop her.
Okay, can I help in any way?
Absolutely. Take my hand, concentrate on being an otter, maintaining control, and let's do this. And then we go into the water, and then I want us to transform together. Like when
he does like a little twist in the water.
And then we're towards his with clear.
Cool. Okay, Will is going to help you all.
Yay!
Nice. How many PowerPoints do we have?
8.
You currently have 8, so plenty enough for a group move with advantage. So you spend,
Group move.
you
Let's
spend
get
6.
her into. Like, are we exploding her? Are we getting her?
She's in the chamber.
Okay.
Right now.
Because we set off the dynamite already.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
she has
Gotcha.
coasted in on that wave. Caspian and Maya, Dimitri, you're heading after, brought up in the rear by Lorien, and Will is also joining.
And Wiggles is in the background,
Wiggles
like slowly following
has
behind
popped
us.
off of the cliff and is like, I don't like these caves.
Why don't we go in? Susie, why don't we go in and we can do a group attack while touching the pearl or the orb?
Yes.
And then
I think
push her
that's
into
a
the pearl
great
as well.
idea.
Yeah,
Yes,
push
yes,
her
yes.
in. Everyone just touch that orb.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Touch the orb.
Yep.
Okay. I think what has happened is that wave from the dynamite has pushed her sort of almost over the top of the pearl, and she's sprawled on that like shell covered floor as you all come and you gather again around, all of you around the orb, this time with Will joining in as well, placing your hands on it. He kind of shies back for a moment, but I think with the encouragement of Connor, Lorien, like of like connecting him with the sea, he can also join in as well. So yeah, if you want to spend 6, you can do your team attack with advantage, or 5 for just a normal one.
Let's spend 6. Let's
Let's
do
spend
this.
do
6.
it.
Let's do
And
this.
this is plus emotional, just to decide who might want to do
Who?
it.
Not
not
me. Connor, go.
Lorien.
We got
I'm
this,
here.
Lorien.
I got
Lorien,
this.
you
Lorien's got this. Emotional is
Okay,
my
so you're going to have
thing.
2 left.
Ooh, here we go. We're making a roll.
So with
Ooh.
advantage, plus emotional.
Here we go. And
I'm going to also say add another 1 because Will is helping you and you're connected with the orb and stuff.
thank you. All right, here we go. 6, 6, 4.
Double sixes!
Yeah.
The highest possible amount that we could get on the roll has been
Amazing.
Philip is like, phew.
Oh. Like, phew, we need to finish soon. Yes. Clutch. Okay.
That's
It'll
the highest
never be
value.
over.
Philip,
That's the only bit that scares me about PBTA games is I'm like, they don't end. Okay, so on a 12 plus, the villain and all grunts are defeated. We won't class Will and Kira as that because they're like their own thing. So gathered around this orb, feeling its power pulse through you, you see it kind of getting a little smaller as you're kind of drawing so much energy from it. Tell me, how do you use all of your mystical powers together to focus on Jennifer as she kind of crawls back, ready to spring with her tentacles towards you to attack again?
We're trying to turn her human again.
Okay, cool.
So here's the thing. Can I bring something in?
Yeah.
Yes, please discuss.
The books that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that her family, the Muesli? Is she related to those people? Or is she an outsider from
She is
everything?
an outsider. From what you could tell, it sounds like maybe the some of you are related to the Melusine.
Okay, gotcha.
And some of you are related to MerMay, some of you are related to Selkie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe I guess we could turn her into human. I'm very unforgiving right now. I'm not a fan of the fact that she hurt you, Amaya.
I feel like she should be turned back human and sent off with the authorities for having a whole bunch of dynamite and trying to explode this
genius
national heritage.
And that helps because her thing is about control, and how much control can you have in prison, really?
Yeah,
so true. Let's do it.
Let's ruin her as a human.
Yeah.
Okay. In turn, I'm gonna ask you, tell me how your power like feeds into this to transform her back. So I think together it's like creating this beam of energy that like sort of lifts her up, you know, rotating like Little Mermaid style, rotating as she turns back. So how does Amaya's power help? Like, what does that part of the beam look like?
I feel like it's her discombobulating shriek, which makes the most sense because that shriek just kind of reverberates all around Jennifer and it kind of ripples and distorts what her transformation did to her.
Yes, you're seeing it sort of go backwards almost as she's kind of turning back human. How does Lorien's power help?
Lorien, he is singing, and you see almost like this like golden kind of glowing light, like motes of light that almost look like bubbles or sand and shells that are being pulled from her. And when it's pulled from her, it's that kind of weird color of her scales. But as it gets closer to Lorien, it starts turning white and golden. And eventually, when it gets to Lorian, it's the same color that the pearl is, but you can see because Lorian's webbed hand is on Connor's paw.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to do flavor-wise is that he's pulling the power of the sea from Jennifer, purifying it through the pearl and giving it to Will.
Awesome.
Because it has to go somewhere.
Yes, but now Will has it in the sort of pure
Mhm.
form as opposed to the corrupted form. Awesome.
Is that good?
No, I love that.
Okay.
How is Caspian's presumably sort of beam of light and hope?
The beam of light is something that she maybe is something that she sees and grounds her to her humanity and her mortality. So it's sort of like, I don't know, the metaphor of the light at the end of the tunnel, but re-entering humanity and knowing that at some point in her life that humanity will then leave her because of the cycle of life and death.
Cool. And finally,
Ooh.
how is Demetra's power also helping?
So I think this is all the built up like anger and like resentment of like, why are you doing this to children, your children? And then in a term of like with my mother, Demetra's mother, like just the fact that someone could, be so terrible and be in those children's lives. So it's like fire, but it starts off kind of purple because it mixes with the water.
Mm-hmm.
So red, blue, and then it just kind of burns at the bottom of her like tentacles before it kind of just soups it up.
Amazing. And so they all come together, merging in colors until it's this bright white light that just like first covers her, and then like she gets engulfed in like sort of white beam, and when it kind of starts to fade away again, she gently floats back to the ground as a human again. Beautiful suit now in tatters. I think unconscious for the moment as you hear the sound of a policeman summoned sometime earlier running down the steps. Toot toot on his whistle.
Can we dry off fast enough?
Yes, yeah, you can hop out, dry off. Just as she's coming to, and she's like, "How could you do this? You ruined my plan." And she's going to do like the classic villain monologue. I had everything in place, the dynamite to blow up their castle. Strike one. I was going to use you all for my plans. And it's like, now you've
even tested on my children.
I even tested it on my children, you stupid meddling kids. And as she's about to lunge for you, you hear like a tick of like the handcuff going around from the policeman being like, coming with me, ma'am. No. As she starts to be taken away. Any last final words you want to say for her as she's being taken off?
We'll make sure that Will and your daughter are taken care of. As I wave away.
You just hear me.
I love how
Connor, I don't care.
So positive.
Oh, poor Will.
Enjoy prison.
Yeah, Will's just like.
You can stay on my couch.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Maya is currently chilling on the ground because her tail was severely injured. I'm at 6 out of 11, y'all.
So I go over.
Legs are not working at the moment.
I go
legs
over
are resting and relaxating.
I just as soon as the Bobby is gone, come here, give me a hug, and then I heal too, and then I slide my hand through the water. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. I'm gonna touch the pearl, not in my mermaid form. And see what happens, because I want to amplify this healing, but Connor's not thinking right now, right? Like all he thinks is, oh, I have to touch the pearl. He's not thinking, oh, I have to transform and then touch it. So I'm just gonna do that and see what happens. Just thinking, I want to heal my friend.
Yeah. Cool. Is it like the auto one?
Yes, the auto one. Yeah, the simpler one.
Okay. Yeah. I think what we'll say is, rather than it being like amplified, it just allows you to tap into your Selkie form while not in there. So you're able to do it without having to transform. So you're able to like reach out and touch it and pass it through to Maya to heal for 2 damage or 2 harm. So you're not quite so bad off. And yeah, your bruises all heal and you're feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what we should do is a little final glittery transition. Ooh. For a little wrap up. So you've defeated the villain. Hooray! You got it. She's behind bars to be locked up. The trial, of course, will be a cinch. Everyone believes you, and she's locked up for a long time because it's fantasy. So our justice system works perfectly. And anyway, so we have the showcase the next day, and of course, all sorts of things have been happening. Everyone heard the sounds of the fight, but couldn't really see what was going on. All they know is that you were involved in helping stop this. You know, the rumor escalates immediately that it was like, oh my gosh, it was all going to get blown up and we would have all died, and you know, it would have taken out the whole town. So everyone is very impressed. Evan is very impressed, Connor, and
oh yeah
this, obviously, and also is like gives you a big hug and a kiss to be like, I'm so glad you're alive, so we can still go on our date.
Yeah, of course. As I look nervously back at Will and start to sweat as I realized I think I might have created my own love triangle on accident.
I was like, interesting. And yeah, so what I want to hear is, so we have the showcase the next day, which obviously is going to go off without a hitch now. And I also want to hear what happens in the next sort of like month or so as the school year comes to an end and summer begins. So I know some of you had little plans of what your characters were going to sort of showcase at the showcase. I know, Anya, you had written a poem frantically last time, a little verse, and then I know Hector, you mentioned Connor might have a solo.
Yeah.
So if you want to share those.
So I
so Maya's up first with
Maya's up first.
Yeah, the writers group.
Yeah, legitimately mid-game last week, I was frantically writing because I was like, oh no, are they going to actually have me do a poem? I better write something just in case. But Maya stands up on stage and she's like gripping this paper in her hands and she's like modified things a little bit, but she just reads it aloud. The waves that batter and beat against the shore of my heart, wear away, bit by bit, smoothing my edges away, away. The ocean is calling and calling and calling, a song in the pearl of my heart, whisking me away and finding my way to you. My heart, it beats as we swim away. Together, our hearts beat as one. And that's for
cheer the loudest who stand up and start.
We've got to stick together. Oh my god, that's so cute.
So
I love that.
for Connor's solo, he steps forward, and you know, for Twitch reasons, I won't sing the whole thing, just a part. But he kind of surprises the audience, especially some of the older people in the audience, and maybe Sadie, because Sadie's American, so they might recognize the song. And then he steps forward to the microphone and sings, "When we wore a heart of stone, we wandered to the sea, hoping to find some comfort there, yearning to feel free. And we were mesmerized by the lull of the night and the smells that filled the air. And we laid us down on sandy ground. It was cold, but we didn't care. And we were drawn to the rhythm." And you hear, like, you know, bagpipes in the background kind of come in from the orchestra.
Orchestra starts to come in.
And then he sings, "Drawn into the rhythm of the sea. And we were drawn to the rhythm." And then you see just beautiful bagpipes just kind of come in and roll in, and drawn into the rhythm of the sea. And some bodhrins start playing, and then it just goes through the rest of Sarah McLachlan's Drawn into the Rhythm from her album Solace. Tradition, you know, bodhrins, beautiful Irish music instruments. And I will leave this tiny little detail. not everyone in the music program plays traditional Irish music instruments. So while the audience is like, just a little bit of magic, just a touch.
Yeah, just a touch. Well, as you're about to go on, perhaps Evan had said, this really does belong to you, doesn't it? And wraps it around your shoulders. So that magic is coming also from your coat wrapped around you once more.
Ah.
And I think having your coat back, you can feel the connection to the ocean stronger again. And you sort of feel like on the breeze, you smell for a moment like the smell of home back in Ireland. And you feel like in the distance, just the feeling like, oh, your mum's really proud of you for singing and connecting back again. And you sort of get the feeling like we'll meet again in the sea when we next go swimming, when you next go home. Sorry, Hector, it makes you sad, but it's cute. I gotta add. Okay, we'll leave you for a moment. While we say the rest of the showcase goes beautifully, Sadie, you do a beautiful performance with the other ballerinas. You have a little solo, and Maeve's got beautiful, yes, pretending to sing, but then there's like a cool martial arts showcase at the end where you're like, yeah, and your dad Gareth is like, yeah. Okay, so I'm conscious of the time. I don't want us to go too, over. But is there anything else, for example, as the summer comes around and you finish up, Sadie and Maeve, what do you do that summer? Sadie, you're probably going to be heading back to America, at the end of this year. You've probably got one more year left, and then you'll be heading back. But you're still, staying with Maeve and Gareth.
Maya's like,
does Maeve go as well, obviously.
I think
she likes seeing other people falling in love. She's very happy to watch and be like, "Oh, you guys are cute."
I was like, I'm here too. And Wiggles is like, oh.
On the shoulder.
I'm wondering if perhaps there is a little beach behind Gareth's home in which we can go and do a beginning opening of Grease moment, just the two of us. And
well, you can swim anywhere, so you can swim to a little private,
private cove,
to a private beach, and finally get to hang out one-on-one together. Yeah,
cute.
That's sweet.
Build some sandcastles.
Find some nice shells.
I know, little shells. We can make matching shell necklaces.
Yeah. So montage cute. Of us making like arts and crafts.
Yeah, the montage. Yeah, it's like gets halfway through summer. It's like, oh my gosh, that's sickening. Always on the bike together. We'll go on day trips, and it's adorable.
And then also just the last, we from on the shore somewhere we find the big shark hound, and
of course,
yes, and I don't know if Sadie actually likes them as much. Maybe it grows on her.
I'm open to the option.
Shark hound and baby shark hound, have been cruising around. And obviously swimming, you're able to meet with them loads, and they're now like,
And we kind of just talk and say to the shark hounds like, wanna have like a home or whatever. You could totally just stay with us. And then
get the distinct feelings that they're like, yes. Especially if fish and chips are involved.
We live like down the street from them. And so we lure it back to our house and then like cuts to showing Gareth the huge shark hounds outside the door. And like, we got new pets,
so much
Dad.
in fish and chips.
Yeah, but
they're really nice.
You've complained about being a bit bored while you're alone and whatever. Have a pet or two. Or however many.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it makes you too happy, okay.
And then montage of it playing with the shark hounds.
With the sharks, yes.
Yes.
And I think maybe Maya and Connor are involved as well. Everyone gets to play with the shark
Everyone
hound.
comes over.
Will is also very excited to play with the shark hound, obviously, as well. And yeah, Will sort of takes on looking after the shark hound when you're busy going off to places as well. Also, Maya, what do you get up to in the summer? Is there anything else besides playing with Shark Hound?
Not much. Probably researching into knowing kind of a little bit of the heritage now, researching into what the heck kind of lineage she came from, I would say.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah, you spend some summertime going to like the local archives and things and tracing back. And yeah, you find some connections to like the like Norman sort of nobles and things that seems to link you, with this area and the castle. So maybe, you were linked to that original Melusine as well. Who
Interesting.
knows? Yeah, your parents are also very intrigued. But also the Melusine history as well, to allow you more wide-ranging backstory. It also comes from like the Netherlands and other areas in Europe. So you kind of trace your history and you can see like different parts of your family like overlapping again and again with that, like with different mermaids and Melusine and other water creatures of different types.
Interesting.
As well. Okay, I think it seems like a reasonably good place for us to wrap up. I am curious, very briefly, what ice cream do Connor and Evan have at the ice cream shop?
Yes.
Just to finish up.
Strawberry.
Interesting.
But I do kind of like the cliffhanger idea of Will walking into the ice cream shop while they're on their date, and Connor just turning around and just saying, "Do you want to join us?" Leave it there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe a season 2 at some point. We shall see. Okay, that has been Glitter Hearts. Darcy, the producer, just popped in and was like, that has been Glitter Hearts Touch the Ocean. Thank you, players, so much for joining me. Thank you for making it 10 times better than it would have been in my head alone. As always, especially with PBA, but any game like this, it really takes a whole group of us to do it. So thank you. And thank you, audience, for watching along with us. We're just going to finish up right on the time limit. I'm being a bit naughty, so we're just going to finish up with as usual, just one thing that you're working on at the moment that you want to tell us about, tell us who you are, where we can find you, and we'll finish up with a few little things that the channel is getting up to, and we'll do that final draw on the giveaway if someone has won that. So I'll find that out while we go around everyone as well. So Anya, tell us about you while I check that out.
Yeah, hi, I'm Anya, Lalion Cosplay, literally everywhere. On Friday is the second part of my 2-part series, Holding Out for a Rainbow City Hero. That is for the Rescue Rainbow City Kickstarter that Awfully Queer Heroes is doing. I have an awesome cast, and they are trying to figure out how to delve a little bit deeper into the city to rescue it from this evil creature that has taken it over. So that is at 8:30 p.m. Central European Standard Time, whatever, on Manapot Studios. So come check it out.
Awesome sauce. I can't remember what order I did, but I think it was Hector next.
Yes, me. Hi, I am Hector Manuel Reyes. You can find me at Keiichi Okami on Twitter, Instagram. I have lots of different guest streams that I'm on. Some I can talk about, some I can't. Just keep an eye out on my Twitter in the coming weeks for various different casting announcements coming up, because you're going to see me more. At the very least, I could say you'll definitely be seeing more of me on this channel.
Yes, some exciting shows coming up.
Yeah.
Then we have Caroline.
Hello, everyone. I'm Caroline Orejuela. Thank you so much for watching. This is so fun. I am Caroline, ORJELLS, everywhere. Caroline Orgels. I guess for Pride Month, I'll talk about a project I just finished recording for called A Late Night Convo. It's about a very healthy asexual relationship, super fun, good vibes. It's on Otomi Jam. I think it's on Itch now, maybe soon, but very excited about that. So yeah, It's been a pleasure. Thanks, y'all.
Exciting. And finally, Casa, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm Casa, Wilding _ with a Y on Twitter. The only thing I'm doing now because I just started work. So, it's going to be less time to do TTRPGs, but I'm so grateful that I got to do this group, play with this group and do this great story. I'm a little bit frazzled right now, but the show is on Thursdays. It's on Lost Caravan RPG, and it is Impossible Landscapes, a Delta Green mystery, and it's ending also this month. So that'll be cool. It's Eastern time at 6. Yeah. Or mountain time? Oh, mountains east. Are there mountains in the
We'll
east?
look it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mountains in the east.
Found it. Who knows?
Yes.
The Appalachians.
The Appalachians are
Directions.
in the east.
Yeah. So
And excellent. And I have been Philippa Mort. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere at Mort Philippa. And my little thing, hot off the presses, quite literally. And also, this is the first place I'm announcing it, is I have made some printed versions of some of my games. So this is my solo game Lost Post, which has only been in PDF previously, but is now going to be coming to print. So I am in the stages of getting it distributed to various third-party, holders over the world. And also I am in the stage of working out how to be able to send it out of my own house as well. I'll probably be doing it as an online shop. So sometime at the end of this month, these are going to be available. So keep an eye out on my social media when I will announce them. Exciting. I'm very excited. But yeah, that's me. So very, very finally, as we finish up, as usual, I want to tell you about a few other things that are happening with Girls Run These Worlds. I must tell you that this Monday, if you finish with us, you want to watch something new, on Monday, there is a premiere for Rangers of the North, which is a Lord of the Rings series focused on teaching you how to run it using Free League Publishing's One Ring 5th edition system. And you can use, if you want to know about it, if you put in !Rangers in the chat, you can see when that is going to be. And also, we have a Juneteenth game coming up with an all-black cast celebrating Black excellence. Come and sit a spell, it's called, I think, with Arnica, Ava, Anita, Sumiko, and Lily Lescribe. So that'll be really cool as well. And also, we're going to have lots of games coming up for Pride as well. So do keep tuned in for those. I think we mentioned those as well. Very, very finally, congratulations to Never Squid for winning the final PDF of the game. Cass was like, no, I wanted it. So well done, Nev, for getting that. And we are going to be finishing up now, and we're going to raid Open Circuit Studios, who are running some Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which I believe is going to be coming up in 5 months.
Oh.
So from the Glitter Hearts to the Thirsty Sword Lesbians, we're going to go over to them. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
MerMay to
with us.
MerGay.
MerMay, yeah, to MerGay as planned. Brilliant. So we will say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all soon for more games in the future. So goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.